Today's episode of the Nateland Podcast is brought to you by ButcherBox, Robin Hood, and Factor. Hello, folks, and hey, Bear. Welcome to the Nateland Podcast. I'm Nate Bargatze, Brian Bates, Aaron Weber, Dusty Slick.
All right.
As usual. Welcome. We're here. We had a big weekend. Y'all had a big weekend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did.
Stuff.
You were in Vegas, right?
Yeah, mine weekend was crazy. If you want to go do yours, I'm just trying to
Save the best for last.
Probably.
No, I don't know. I mean, we can do it whenever.
Well, I was at Tacoma Comedy Club.
Oh yeah,
in
that's right.
Tacoma this Friday and Saturday. I tell them on stage about me seeing that dead horse and how you stole that joke from me.
Yeah.
And how now you're selling out arenas and stuff and that everything. That last show, late show Saturday, I think they took it serious. They didn't laugh. And I was like, guys, I'm joking.
Yeah.
Everybody else laughed, but they were like, I think you might be serious about this.
Like, what do you mean? Like, you tell it.
I would just say, last time I was here, I was with Nate Bargatze, opening for him, and we drove out to Mount Rainier, and I saw a dead horse.
Yeah.
And basically, I just recited your joke.
Yeah.
And then I said, that you stole it from me, and now you're selling out arenas. And all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And they were like, boo.
Yeah.
Well, they laughed. The last crowd was like, I think he might be serious.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they
Yeah, you'd already done it like 4 times probably, right? So by the 4th time, you're like, it's well rehearsed now.
So it seems like,
yeah.
It feels more real.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's like the first show, if you have like a crowd work moment or like an observation about the club, you say it, it's funny. You're like, all right, I'll do this all weekend. But and it works every time. But by the end, you're like, oh, I'm sick of this. The staff has got to be sick of it. They're like, oh, here we go again.
You feel a little gross.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they might not even know me. Like, you get some. Like, I mean, I think some obviously will, but like. There could be someone be like, what?
I don't think I told her the Friday late show because there weren't a lot of Nateland fans there.
Yeah.
But the shows where...
It didn't look like it. Did you ask? You can sometimes you just go out and you go, I don't think this
you can sometimes just look at them and tell.
Yeah.
But I think the host would usually ask, you know, and stuff like that. But the shows were great. 3 out of 4 sold out.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Big time Bates.
Yeah.
That's what I call myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really crazy. That's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. And just so happened, coincidentally, Aaron was in town for a corporate.
Mm-hmm.
So he came in a day early and did guest sets.
Brian let me open for him.
Yeah.
And it was great, man.
On every show?
Except the one he had to do the corporate.
Yeah. For 3 out of 4.
Was that
really?
the one that,
wow.
Was that the one that you didn't sell out or the one that you did? The one that he was on.
That was the one with probably the most Nateland people was the one I didn't do.
Yeah, he missed the Saturday early show.
Early show Saturday.
Yeah.
But
so he might have hurt you on that late show, the one that didn't sell out. Aaron might have hurt you.
Yeah, because they knew you were going to be there.
They knew Aaron was going to be there.
I think word had gotten out.
Word had gotten out and they go, I can't.
Yeah. Nah.
I want Bates. I don't want anybody else.
Yeah.
But it was awesome.
I'm here for breakfast.
Yeah.
I'm not here for brunch.
It's in a breakfast place.
Yeah.
The club is. It's attached to a breakfast place.
Wow.
Like, well, this is perfect.
That's your club.
That's what I'm talking about. That's his home club.
What are the odds? Yeah. Tape was special there.
I did on my iPhone this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, Brian will text it to you if you guys reach out.
Special.
Yeah.
Dropbox.
It's going to be
not even that
new special coming out on Google Drive.
AirDrop.
Yeah. Just walk near Bates and you'll get his new special because he has an open AirDrop. Yeah.
Like YouTube with iTunes.
Yeah.
I didn't ask for this.
You'll just be on. Every time someone starts a car, it's just, hello, folks.
I tell you, I have one album on my phone, and every time it's Dusty's first album.
All right.
Making that fudge. And I'm sick of it, dude, because every time I turn on my car, you just start talking. And I can't get rid of it, dude.
I know. How do you fix that? Mine's Bates' album.
Mm-hmm.
either his or Mike Vecchione.
Easy Out.
Easy Out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mine will be his or Vecchione's album.
You got to just get...
Sometimes Chad Daniels too. I have a Chad Daniels album, but it's always comedy. And you just, if for some reason it's like comedy is the one you don't want because you're just like, just let me.
You got to buy an album. You got to just buy an album in a higher alphabetical order.
Maybe Aaron Weber.
And then
start.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, never download Aaron's because you'll never get anything higher in the alphabet.
Well, I didn't buy Aaron's because that would have popped up.
Yeah.
But I mean, how does Apple? Because it just automatically starts playing like that stuff. Is that really fixed? They have that figured out.
There's probably a way around it, but it takes 3 seconds. But it's annoying every time. I forget. Until you turn on the car, and there's Dusty talking.
What's the opening joke? It's a goldfish joke.
I'm jumping all around now.
Credit score.
Yeah, I think so.
It was a good joke.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it was fun to watch you do. I hadn't seen you do a full, you did 50 minutes. It was great. Mm-hmm. The shows were hot. Yeah.
Yeah, they were great shows. And so Saturday, Aaron and I got invited to go to a clothing store to be fitted for clothes.
Right.
Christy Johnson, Dusty had already been to her shop, and
I started this movement.
She's a huge Nateland fan, and Aaron and I were both out of our element, I would say, as far as
they paired us with a stylist, and we're like, you need to try these outfits, and we came in, they knew us, they already had outfits picked out for us.
Wow.
I walked in, and they were like, we're going to take you out of your comfort zone. I know you wear a lot of Carhartt. That's what they told me. And they were like, Brian, I know you got a little more classic style. That's what
yeah.
They're so nice the way they worded it.
Yes, we were trying out all kinds of stuff. But some stuff you walk out and they go, nah, that's not you or whatever. But we landed and they hooked us up with some great outfits. Brian was wearing them that night.
Oh,
so
new people, man.
They posted a video of it too, which we shared. But so then she was so nice and she runs Purpose Boutique, and there's a few shops around,
like 8 or 9 in the Tacoma area.
And this was Purpose Men. And then she said, she hooked us up. And then she said, go put your clothes in the car, and then we'll go get some ice cream. And so Aaron and I went and put our clothes in the trunk of the car, and then we walked over and got ice cream. And then Aaron and I walked back to our car.
And it's not there.
Aaron's rental car is gone.
He got towed, dude.
Oh, he got towed?
I was parked in a private lot. I didn't see any of the sign. Once you've been towed, I saw all kinds of signs out there. I was like, oh, no. I validated my parking in the ice cream place. That's how legit I thought it was.
Yeah.
I get back, it's gone, right? So I call the towing company. Brian's got a show in a little bit. I've got a corporate gig later that night. So they say, yeah, we just towed it. We missed about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
They go, it's not even at our lot yet. It's on the tow truck. So it's going to be about an hour before you can come get it. So I was like, oh. So Brian Ubers back to his hotel. I Uber back to my hotel. I wait an hour. I call the tow truck place. They go, well, since it's a rental car, you're not allowed to get it back because you're not the legal owner of it. Right?
Yeah.
Shit. So I was like, oh, geez. I go, well, all my stuff's in there, all my camera equipment, all the clothes we had just gotten that Brian was going to wear at the show, that I was going to wear at my show. It's all in there, right? So they say, well, if you show your rental agreement, you can get your stuff. So I was like, oh, thank God, right? So I'm on my way there. I called an Uber. I'm about to go get the stuff before my show. I look at my rental agreement. It says that I took an SUV from the airport. I didn't. I had a Toyota Camry.
Yeah.
The rental agreement has the wrong car on it.
Oh.
So I can't go get my stuff from the tow truck place. So just for the next 6 hours, I'm on the phone trying to get somebody at Enterprise to answer, and they just will not. I cannot get a human being on there, dude. So I just Uber all around the city. I go to my show. I Uber to Brian's show. And then I'm calling Enterprise. This is what they told me to do. They go, nobody's answering the phone there. So I talked to a general customer service guy, and he's like, well, you should just Uber to the airport. There might be somebody at the counter. We're like 45 minutes from the airport.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not Ubering to SeaTac on the off chance somebody's there. So anyway, I yelled at a couple people. that I don't think they understood what I was saying. But
It's fun to yell, though. I do like that.
I even told a guy, I go, I know this has nothing to do with you, but I'm pretty frustrated right
My
now.
favorite line.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, I love that line. Because what do you do?
Yeah.
Right.
It's like it's not your fault, but whose fault is it?
Right.
Yeah.
You're the only guy I'm talking to.
Yeah.
So anyway, I went there at I didn't get my stuff till midnight that night. I convinced the guy. He was a stand-up comedy fan.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Had never heard of me, but we talked about it for a while.
Yeah.
And then he let me grab our stuff out of there. But that tow truck is still at that lot. And I called
the rental car. You mean?
the rental car. I called everybody and I was like, I don't know if y'all know that this is there, but I'm leaving town.
Yeah.
I'm gone. So I'm on a plane back to Nashville and I post on Instagram. I don't even know if I've told you this part of it yet. I post on Instagram, hey, Enterprise. I tagged them. This car is in an impound lot in Tacoma. Good luck. I'm gone. Then they respond and DM me, and then I get an email. Only after I post about it publicly.
Oh, yeah.
You see people trash companies online. I always judge them for it, but it was literally the only way somebody would get in contact with me. So I've been emailing back and forth. They said it was my fault. I should have known to email them instead of call, like everybody told me to. But anyway, it was such a great day, and then it was just a horrible day.
Yeah, it flipped quick.
You're like, oh man, now I'm just Ubering everywhere.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
day
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still had your rental car. Yeah, you were solid.
I mean, you even have basement. You even have a better day when that happens. You're like, God, that could have happened to me, and
I
it
know.
didn't. And you're even a little more excited. Yeah.
You're both renting cars out here all the time like that?
Yeah.
No, the only reason I rent is because I had to drive to Portland on Sunday.
Yeah.
Normally, I don't know, from Seattle to Tacoma, that's a pretty long Uber. So I probably would have rented a car anyway.
Yeah, you don't like renting cars?
No,
I do it all
I
the
did
time.
rent one this weekend because I had a little traveling to do. But I always just Uber. I Ubered from Seattle to Tacoma.
Well, this is the first time I've had a problem, and I am looking for a different company because that was the worst. That was the worst customer service experience I've ever had.
I always liked Avis.
With anybody. Avis, maybe I'll try them.
I did Avis for a little bit. Hertz, but I mean, they're getting. It's all customer services.
Yeah.
I think you're going to run into the same problem with everyone.
You're probably right.
The country's falling apart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, also,
they have Turo now.
Oh,
I mean, you could try Turo, and I mean, there you could rent. I mean, halftime Turo, you could rent a Mercedes for the same price of a Camry. I mean, they have Corvettes you can rent that would be, not too much more than just a regular car with a other thing.
And then when you get that towed, that'll be a huge deal.
But you're straight up talking to a dude. So then
that's all I want.
Calling you're the guy that owns the car.
I just want to call I just want a person to talk.
And you're like, hey, you remember that Corvette you let me rent from you?
Yeah.
Well, I got it towed. I don't know.
Your rental car's still in a towing lot somewhere.
Probably, dude. Nobody from Enterprises let me know if they got it.
You're just paying every day.
Who knows what the bill will be? I'll probably have to pay whatever they have to pay to get it out of the tow lot. I kind of accepted that. But, dude, it's not at a certain point. It's like, I've told y'all it's there.
Good thing you got a corporate gig, know?
That's right. That's right. I might have broken even on this trip by the end of it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Now, the downtown club where you were at, you can walk from the hotel to there. But I was at one where I would have an Uber every day.
Oh, yeah.
Out there. So anyway.
But
then, so Christy wanted me to wear my new digs to the show that night. And I texted her and said, hey, I'm sorry to tell you this, but Aaron's car got towed. Our clothes are in there. We'll get them, but I'm not going to be able to wear. She was coming to the show with about 30 friends. And she said, I'll bring you a new outfit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I was also meeting a friend of mine I grew up with, hadn't seen in like 20 years for dinner. I was going to go straight from there to the club. And she's like, what time you get in the club? I'll meet you there with a new set of clothes. I'm like, don't worry about it. She's like, no. They don't even have a green room that you can really. I had 2 female openers. I mean, I'm going to have to just go in the men's room. Hey, how's it going? And she had shoes, the whole everything.
Yeah. She hooked it up, man.
Yeah, she hooks it up.
Yeah.
And she wasn't going to take no for an answer. So I'm pulling in, and there she is waiting for me on the sidewalk with a whole new outfit. So that's another good thing. Aaron's car getting towed got me another outfit.
Well, I'm glad I could help you out, man.
And I went and changed into it, and
where'd you change?
Wore it on stage. When I got there, she said, I talked to management. They said that they'll clear out the green room for you and let you go in there. I was like, I don't even think there's a door on on that green room.
She should be your manager.
Yeah.
She should.
She
She's
told me
getting
that.
it done.
And she is getting it done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? Yeah. How do they not have a green room, but then they do have a green?
It's a really small green room.
Yeah.
I didn't think there was even a door on it, but there is one that slides. And I had 2 female openers. I wasn't going to ask everybody to do all that, but they did. They stepped out and pulled the door, and I changed.
Well, you look sharp, dude.
Yeah.
You look sharp.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's amazing. You get clothes like that. Did you feel a difference confidence-wise?
No, I got used to it, but it was so different that at first I wasn't feeling comfortable on stage.
Yeah.
Like my shirt's untucked. I like a tucked-in shirt.
Well, you've always had more of a classic style.
Yeah, classic. That's a good one. Yeah, like she said. She's got me wearing stuff
Why did you not tuck in the shirt?
because she said it doesn't tuck.
Oh.
But I had a great set, so I got more and more comfortable on stage. So then I told Aaron, I said, I don't know, in Portland, now I'm going to a whole new place. I don't know if I'm going to wear one of these new outfits or not. And Aaron said, you should just do it. I was like, I don't know. And then she texted me yesterday, don't let me down. I'm like, she is not going to let up.
Yeah.
So I did. Last night in Portland, I wore a new outfit.
And you said it was a hot show.
It was a hot show. So
you
Christy is my manager.
Thank you, Christy. Let me tell you this, dude. I don't think, outside of funerals and weddings, I don't think I've tucked in since high school.
Yeah, I don't tuck in a shirt.
The second somebody's not telling me to tuck in, I'm not tucking in.
I love tucking in.
Sometimes
I don't do it because I don't think it's always the most flattering for.
It's definitely not for me.
But I love it. Yeah. I love tucking.
Well, I tuck in the shirt underneath.
If I get back down to real skinny
7,
you're gonna see
Hello World weight. You're gonna be tucking all.
Yeah. Hello World. Yeah.
And you tuck in the undershirt when it's real cold, but you still haven't. That way, the draft can't get up in your
I don't think I've worn an undershirt since high school.
I like a belt.
I like a belt too. I'm a belt.
I like a belt. She told me don't wear a belt with it, but she said you can if you want, and I wore a belt.
Yeah, I can't not wear a belt.
I thought my pants were gonna fall down.
No,
I definitely need one.
Yeah.
So then the late show. So I was selling merch after every show, and I have my little card reader that plugs in my phone. In between the first show and the second show Saturday, all of a sudden my card reader won't go into my phone. And I'm like, what is up with this? And I'm telling Aaron about it. He's like, yeah, it happens, or whatever. And I'm just thinking, I guess my card reader somehow, like, who's stretching out these plugs? That's how it felt.
Yeah.
But I thought it's gone. I get back to my room that night. My phone's almost dead. I go to plug in my phone. My charger won't go into it won't stay in my port.
Because it's too loose?
And I'm like, it's just falling out. It won't connect.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? I'm looking at my phone. Did someone switch my phone? It literally felt like that. It would not stay in. I'm like, what is going on? And I Google, like, when your charger won't stay in, and it said,
you got some wild stuff.
Dirt or lint can get into the port, and it can cause it from connecting. It said, take a toothpick and clean it out.
I've done that.
I don't have a toothpick in the hotel room.
You don't have one in your shirt pocket at all times?
With my pocket knife?
Yeah.
I took a coffee straw and was trying to do it in my hotel room.
Probably doing surgery on his phone.
Yeah. And I looked, as far as I could tell, it looked clean, but it will not go in.
Uh-huh.
So I looked up the Apple Store at Tacoma Mall. It opened Sunday at 11. So I just turned my phone off and go to bed. And then I get up that morning and I've got like 4% battery. And so I write down the directions to the mall, like step by step. Because I'm like, if my phone dies, I don't even know how to get there.
That's how you were going to do it anyway, but yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I got to go to the mall. I mean, I probably lived the first 30 years of my life without a cell phone. But now, if you don't have your phone going out in
the
you
panic.
feel like, you feel so vulnerable. I texted my wife like, hey, I love you. I told her what, like, if I don't get back, that's what happened.
That's what you did to me. I'm in bed at midnight. Brian texts me, my phone's about to die and it won't charge. And I was just like, good luck.
Yeah.
I just went to bed. And I said, let me know you get to Portland.
So I made it to Tacoma Mall and I go in the Apple Store and the guy looks at it. He's like, he shines his light in there. He's like, I think I see something. And he's like, let me take it in the back. And I'm like, okay. That's like somebody taking your child away and you can't see it. And he comes out. He's like, yeah, there's some pocket lint down in there. And it plugged right in.
Really?
He cleaned it out.
Which is so crazy. It just goes from plugging in fine and all of a sudden just like it falls out, like it won't even connect. But just some dirt.
Yeah, that seems crazy. I mean, you just threw it against the wall when you walked back there.
Yeah.
And then he just walks back there and just boom. And then he comes back, yeah, we got it. Like, oh,
Maybe.
wow.
Maybe. That's the first time Apple's never charged me for anything.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, you're good to go.
I mean, y'all feel like y'all go on the road and just run errands in these towns.
Yeah.
You're busier than you're at home.
I know. I came home to get some rest.
Yeah.
Well, you forgot the part where you're leaving the club. You lost your keys for about 40 minutes. So like,
Well, that wasn't 40, but
there's one person left at the club. We're still we're still looking for Brian's keys.
I don't think you guys should be renting
And I
cars.
was like, man, we are a mess out here, dude.
I know.
This day.
I know.
So that's what a weekend on the road looks like with me and Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Just everything's a mess.
But Portland was great. So many folks came out. They brought me gifts. They brought you guys all Oregon State hats.
Oh, nice.
And they're downstairs. I got a hat. This is the alternate hat for the Eugene.
Exploding whales.
Well, yeah. I forgot what their real name
I was
is.
thinking the Dynamite Sharks.
Exploding Whales.
You think that's a shark?
Yeah, I thought so.
Okay.
There was a.
You don't think so?
I could see a little bit.
I don't
maybe.
see a real sinister whale very often.
A killer whale?
Yeah, but that's
pretty
different.
sinister.
That's different
Definitely a
colors.
I know, but a shark would have a fin, right? Not the telltale
Well,
sign.
the fin could be covered
Yeah,
by the.
it could be tough.
carrot.
But I feel like if you're drawing a shark, you find a way to put the fin in.
Wouldn't you not go like, is this shark holding a carrot? And they go, what?
I can't even
Oh.
join this conversation. I'm like,
They go, what are you talking about? You go, what are y'all, the well carrots? Oh, exploding well.
Yeah.
but I made
that's
it to
fun.
Portland. It was great. Flew home this
We
morning.
did it, dude. Let's never do it again.
Walked around downtown Portland last night for the first time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
Great.
You were armed.
Had a great time.
Yeah.
No?
Looking for your keys. Well, I went to last week. I went to LA for a couple of days, did some podcasts, did some random things. A lot of fun, real tiring. Went to Whitney Cummings' house, did her podcast. Realized how much money I don't have, and
Bop, bop, bop.
yeah, I was like, "Geez, okay." And but it was great. Had a great time. Did Tom Papa's podcast,
Oh,
Ryan
nice.
Sickler. It was great. It was a lot of fun. And then I flew to Omaha, Nebraska. I rented a car, drove to Lincoln, Nebraska. Had a great show. Then I drove to Iowa City, Iowa.
Yeah.
Great show.
Theaters, right?
Theaters, yeah. 2
Yeah.
theaters. Didn't lose my keys. Didn't get towed. Great time, really. A lot of fun. A lot of Nateland people came out.
All right.
It was great. They brought me one lady brought me a shirt that said said something like, "That's what I do. I garden and I know stuff." And I was wearing that, and then I was holding my son, and he threw up on it, so I had to change. But
That's why you're wearing this?
yeah, I got a very supportive Titans gear today.
Mm-hmm.
Very excited about the year now that we got rid of our, dead weight coach and the best running back of all time. And it's looking good. You know what I mean?
Well, we've signed a lot of good players.
I have no idea what's going on, but
Yeah.
I'm excited that Henry is going to the Ravens, though. I think that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. And, but yeah, it was a great weekend. 2 theater shows, hot. I did, I did one show in Nebraska where Nebraska was, playing a basketball game about the same time as me. And then in Iowa City, Caitlin Clark, was playing in that city while I was there.
Oh, wow. You could have went to that game?
I could have, but I slept late in Lincoln and barely made it to my show.
Wow.
I didn't barely make it to the show, but I was cutting it close.
Yeah.
It was great, though. I feel good. I'm pretty tired. I flew and drove a lot. LA is exhausting. Just trying to get somewhere is just the worst.
Yeah.
Just trying to go anywhere. You're just sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere you go, you're just sitting there in the car.
Yeah. At least everybody's happy and nice and everything.
I don't know. It's debatable.
He's joking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say, California is pretty happy overall.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I
Happy
don't
cows.
think- yeah.
I think you go to LA, I just kind of like, you enjoy that it's going to take a long time to drive. I think I'm not I'm not driving a ton anyway. So here, because I'm just traveling so much, when I'm out there, you're like,
It's just
I'll
part of the
listen to
experience.
it's like you just kind of go like, yeah, it is. It's going to be this.
It's like when you go to a ball game, you know the drinks are going to be $15.
Yeah.
You just write it into the experience.
Yeah. You just go like,
that.
all right.
That's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we're going to go here. It's 1 mile away. It'll take an hour.
When in LA?
Finer. All right. Well, I'll just get in, look in that. And be
Well,
like,
I hate it, and I have a hard time looking at it that way. I wish I could. Being in the car, I must be going. I must be going in the car. I'd rather a long drive than just sitting there in traffic.
That's where you go to LA and to Turo. That's another one. You can go Turo. They can rent some crazy cars on Turo, and you can get something fun.
That's like a motorcycle, and then I could zip up in between cars.
You could do a motorcycle, but you do a motorcycle, but you could rent, go rent a Mustang.
Yeah.
Or go rent something that you kind of like, oh, this is fun. It feels different. Then you don't mind being in the car.
Get a super fast car to sit in the traffic.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, just being, but just being cool.
Yeah.
Like, just make.
That's true.
You accept what's happening.
Yeah.
And then go, I'm going to make this thing, if you're in a old, Corolla, then it's going to feel.
Well, you probably get an Uber, I assume.
Yeah. Or, people from my management will drive me around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that goes a long way.
So it's nice that they're doing it, but I'm still like, I'm just.
You really take using the managers to full extent.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
You tell them.
Well, I don't tell them, but they offer.
I land at 11:30.
Yeah.
No, I mean, they offer, and I go, I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
But I will Uber too if it's like, one day we ended and I was like, he lived on that side of town.
Oh, yeah.
And I got to go back to another side of town. I go, I'll just Uber back.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make him do that. But I mean, they're working. I'm working. Let's hang out.
Yeah.
Well, Tacoma Comedy Club probably thinks I'm the most pretentious comic in America.
Yeah, this guy's showing up with a stylist, dude.
I was backstage one time and staff came back there. The guy never even talked to me. He said, hey, your stylist is out here, wants to know how these clothes are working. I'm looking at my phone. I don't even look up. I'm thinking, boy, somebody's got it. He's talking to me.
Yeah.
He's like, this guy's got a stylist.
They call him beautification Bates.
Oh, dude. I forgot my favorite part of the whole story. After the car got towed, I took an Uber back to the hotel, and I get in the car, and dude, I would bet all the money I have in the world that guy had just used the bathroom in his pants. I mean, I would bet money.
Wait, who had?
The Uber
Brian?
driver.
Oh.
No. I mean, I stepped in the car and I was like, what happened in here, dude? The worst. The guy must have been having an emergency. He took my call and he just let it out in the car. And I sat.
He pooped himself?
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude.
Oh.
And he talked the whole time. And I was like, can I please roll the window down? My head's out the window like a dog.
How'd you rate that guy?
I gave him 5 stars.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you didn't hit the other thing?
It was an experience.
There's no option for the
That's
driver.
the experience of Uber.
Pants.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's part of the experience.
He goes, so what are you in town
You just
for?
have to accept it.
Yeah.
I go, I'm just visiting friends. I'm back there like talking out of my mouth. I'm visiting friends. He goes, so what do you do? I go, I wait tables. He goes, oh, interesting. And he talked to me about waiting tables, and it just smelled so bad, dude, the whole time we're stuck. He missed the turn to the hotel. He's like, oh, I got to circle back around.
Yeah,
I'm like, just let me out, dude.
I'll walk it.
Yeah, I'll walk the rest. Crazy.
Yeah. What did you always say wait tables? Right? I think we talked about that.
If it's like the tow truck guy, I ended up talking with him about doing comedy and stuff.
Yeah.
But when it's just like an Uber driver who, just soiled himself, I'll just lie.
Yeah.
That's where you draw the line.
That's where I draw the line.
You take a sniff and you're like, nah.
You're like, I do comedy and I'll be talking about this ride on a podcast that I do.
Listen to Nateland.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say his name, but.
You remember his name?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember everything about that car.
Well, I do Lyft, and so when you rate people at Lyft, there's 4 other options after you give the rating. It'll say above and beyond, friendly driver,
clean car,
safe driver, stuff like that. And you can hit all 4 of those.
Mm-hmm.
So when I don't like the ride, I still give them 5 stars, but I won't do those things.
That really shows them.
Well, I'm just like, you got to do something really bad.
I'm not trying to mess up your livelihood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, but if they're really good, I hit all those things.
But I think even if it's really bad and you don't hit the stars, you're either, I guess you could not hit them and you don't rate it at all. But you're just like, I don't want to. If you put a 1, you're like, I'm probably going to get emailed. Well, what happened?
Right.
And then now you're in it with some, and you're like, dude, I don't want to be.
I don't know the whole thing.
Surveys.
Like, it's not up to me. I didn't enjoy the ride, but hopefully I never get them again.
Yeah.
Well, I'm guessing you had a much different weekend.
Yeah.
Than us. How'd it go?
Yeah, it's a good time. Dusty, why don't you tell us about Butcher Box?
Oh, yeah. Get incredible deals and premium cuts from Butcher Box. We love using Butcher Box.
Yep.
It is high quality meat and seafood you can trust. It is so easy because it is delivered right to your door with free shipping. You know, I'm always looking. I'm always making sure my food is as clean as it can get.
Yeah.
I love it because it is 100% grass-fed beef, free-range organic chicken, pork raised crate-free, and wild-caught seafood. Butcher Box allows me to order ahead and make quality meals. I like that I'm always prepared with meat in the freezer. I am not home enough to run to the grocery store, so I love having what I need ready to go. The value of Butcher Box compared to the grocery is also much better. The grocery store does not offer free protein for a whole year. With Butcher Box, you don't have to worry about what's for dinner. Butcher Box is offering our listeners their choice of a weeknight meal essential. The 3-2-1 deal. 3 pounds of chicken thighs, 2 pounds of ground beef, or 1 pound of premium steak tips for free in every order for a whole year. Plus, get $20 off your first order. Sign up today at butcherbox.com/Nate and use code NATE, N-A-T-E, to choose your free offer and get $20 off.
Oh, that was nice.
That was pretty good. If I could read, that would have been a hot
You did a
ad
great
read.
job.
I stumbled up a little bit, and I hate that.
No, it was well done.
Because I like to really get into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I actually liked y'all's weekend better. Just with everything that went the way I wanted it to go.
Yeah. What you'd expect.
Yeah. This my week, I've looked forward to this week for a long time. It was because I knew it was going to be like an insane week. We went to Vegas, so I do shows at the Wind, and so we were at Vegas Wednesday, 2 shows a night, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. You have Thursday off, which is nice.
You said Wind?
Wind.
Oh, it sounded like you said
know,
Wind, like shows at
Encore,
the Wind.
Wind and Encore.
Like that feels like a Bob Seger song.
Yeah.
Shows at the Wind.
Against the Wind.
Wind and Encore. Yeah, I haven't seen that.
Yeah,
so it was. So we're at the. This is not Las Vegas. If you've seen the video, but it's. So we get to the Win and then, hang out. Greg Garcia came down. Hung out.
Nice.
It was very fun. Gary Veter, Nick Novicki was there. My dad, my dad's friend Rick, and there. And so it was. And then my buddy from high school, Mitch, and his wife Casey came along. So it was March Madness. So that was already fun.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're betting on. I was never big at betting on games, but I did it this week with them, and it was very, very fun. And they would do. Nick bets on anything in every game. He has, they pull the receipts out. He's just going through. It's like a book.
Does he follow college basketball and all?
No, none. I mean, no one. College basketball is getting to a point where you really don't know who these kids are. You just kind of know teams, or whatever. But so it's the whole week was super fun. Just gambling, Gary Veter. We were just Garcia is so funny and so fun to play with, and he just he signs up for all the chaos that is among us. So we played all week. The shows in Vegas were awesome. We had a lot of fun. I was trying to think if there's any fun. Nick. It's usually Nick stuff. But so then we had a show, and It was crazy. It was midnight. We're in Las Vegas at midnight, and we had a show at 3 p.m. in Boston, in Eastern time.
Wow.
So it would have been midnight, and so we technically had a show at noon, right? Yeah, 12 hours.
Yeah, 12 hours.
So we had 12 hours. So we got to Boston. It was basically just kind of taking the little naps on the plane, little naps right when we got to Boston. and then we did the Boston Garden at 3 p.m. And I was like, it was I like when I said I was going to do this weekend, at first it was like, I don't know, I should have canceled like some of the Vegas just to not have it. But then I was like, you know what, let's just do it because it's just crazy.
Yeah.
And the Boston Garden was nuts. I wore my Boston Celtics shirt. It was insane. We went, usually they would try to walk to where they sell the gifts or the shop,
the team
store.
Yeah.
And so usually it's in the arena. And so we go down, and since it's 3, we go look at it, and it's just out by the train station. Like there's a train station underneath the garden.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're just like, they take us down. You're like, it's people waiting in line to get in the show. And I was like, this might not be good. But I mean, I made it in the store, and I just had my hat down and a hood on. I guess no one's going to ever think you would be walking around the gifts,
right outside the venue.
Yeah. And as you walk past your line of people, the Boston Garden was, pretty surreal.
You go in the locker room or anything like that? You get to see all that?
I think we were supposed to, but I mean, it just wasn't as normal of a trip because everybody was just kind of so tired and just kind of, not tired, like you get pumped up for the show, but it's you're just kind of like, just like, woof. Like when you're not on the show, you're kind of just sitting, you're watching some games. And
how many people there do you know?
I want to say it was close to 30,000 for both shows.
Gosh.
And yeah, it's crazy. And then because then Vegas Saturday, so I believe it was a 24-hour period. I did 4 shows.
Wow.
Because I did 2 in Vegas. Let's see, that was 7. First show's at 7:30, so that's
10:30 Boston time. Yeah.
Yeah, 10:30 Boston time. And
so you did all these within 24 hours.
Yeah,
that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. I've never done that. That's crazy. Yeah.
Tough to beat that day.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, 2 shows, 4 shows in 24 hours. But it was great. I mean, it was the whole week was fun, and it just was, there's us hanging out from the Boston Celtics. Julian was there with us as well.
And it was your birthday.
It is my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Thanks for saying something. Took y'all 38 minutes.
Today's your birthday?
Exactly.
Oh.
I think I've mentioned y'all's birthday every time at the beginning of a thing.
I was waiting. I had some stuff about your birthday.
Oh, well, maybe just say
I thought
that.
it was going to be in your story somehow, so I was waiting on you to let you
When would
have
I say? And I mean, it is my birthday.
I don't know if there was a story about it.
And today is the actual birthday.
Yeah, but I know you celebrated it
nothing
this weekend.
Right. Yeah.
I was waiting on you to bring it up. You had a McDonald's hamburger cake. That was awesome.
Yeah. So, dude, Boston Garden, they put this such a cool idea. They put it's a happy birthday Nate card. It's a giant card. I mean, it's 5 feet high card. And they put it out in the concourse and just let fans sign it.
Oh, that's awesome. Cool.
So then they gave it to me after the show, and it's just a bunch of happy birthdays, have a great show. Like, that was the nicest thing ever.
Yeah.
And then that's a cake. That's like one of those Harper watches all these cake things,
Is it cake? One of those shows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's unbelievable.
Would you rather it be cake or a actual McDonald's hamburger?
I think I'm getting McDonald's tonight. I already told Laura, I said I'm probably getting McDonald's tonight.
Like when they cut this, you're like, it's cake.
I want it to be half and half.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, at first I did walk in and was like, is that just a big hamburger?
You were like, those fries better not be cake.
Yeah. The fries were just paintings. Yeah. So it was, I mean, I've never seen one of those cakes in person.
Yeah,
I mean, it's wild.
Yeah.
I mean, such a crazy thing. So yeah, the whole thing. I mean, people are so nice. They're right, like
That's awesome.
Yeah, 30,000 people. That's all that wanted to sign it. Though. We asked everybody, and I mean, found 80 people. Were like, who is it for? Whose birthday? No, they were. it was just super cool, man. I mean, just a crazy experience. Nick's parents were there, which was great. And, his dad was his dad's been to that arena watching all these shows and all these games. And so he was telling us about these games.
Vitor's dad probably has too.
Huh?
Vitor's dad probably,
yeah.
probably he's already been in the locker room.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, it was wild. So, I don't know if there's anything that crazy. We posted that on
But if you're listening on Nate's Instagram, Homeless Pimp Mike films a lot. The footage from this stuff is great. If you want to get just like really an idea of what these shows look like, because it looks insane, dude.
Yeah.
Like the crowd shots and everything.
Oh, yeah, he does great. Yeah, it's fun. It's showing you we're having a good time. We're having a fun time. It was, it was, it was like, it'd be fun to go do the Boston Garden again and not be tired. No, I wasn't tired. I'm not saying I was tired during the show, but it was just it was like I did it to like be like, you know what? This is like kind of feels like, it's that extreme, like, you know what? Let's just do it.
Yeah.
Let's just do it. 4 shows, 24 hours, and then
it's like, who was it? Was it Queen that did Live Aid and they did it in London and then flew to New York or Philadelphia and did 2 different continents in the same day?
Really? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's the comedy equivalent.
It may not have been Queen. It was one of those bands that did that.
I feel like they've done something New Year. Can't you do that New Year's Eve? You could technically celebrate. You could ride with it.
I bet. Yeah, just follow the sun around the earth.
Yeah. Laura, my mom came up. My dad was there, and Abigail was there, and so it was everybody. It was my family was there, and Derek could not come, but it was.
I forgot about Derek.
Yeah, the middle brother. We had an autograph or someone signed a thing that said, "This is from a middle child, so you probably won't see it."
Oh,
Happy birthday! That's funny.
Yeah.
But I mean, so I don't know. I don't have some big. I like y'all's stories more. Your stories are more fun. Mine were just,
I thought they were all great.
Yeah.
I liked everybody's stories.
I mean, I think we all had really fun weekends, but I think we all agree our favorite. It sounds like an ad read. It's not.
Yeah.
Our favorite thing all week though was that roast of John Christ. That was so much fun.
That was a lot of fun, huh? You guys had a good time with that.
Yeah.
Who's who of comics there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
A lot of comics that he didn't even know, but I'm still glad they joined us.
They opened it to the public.
Yeah.
And
well, no one told me.
I brought that up on stage.
Did you?
That you were going to be pretty upset about it.
Yeah. What did they say? No one cared.
We can handle it.
Yeah. They go, who?
Yeah. There was a guy that looks like you.
Yeah.
I pointed out. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there wasn't there?
Yeah.
God, I thought Dusty had snuck in.
Yeah, dude. This dude looks like he says it. Everybody thinks he's you. He wears your hat, glasses, long hair.
It's John's tour manager. You met him before.
I
used to call him Rusty Slay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So he looked like you, and that was enough. So maybe they just had a feeling. That was enough.
They had their quota.
How much can you have of this?
Right.
And he's got to be there. He's his tour manager.
Yeah, he needed to be there. Also, a guy that knows me. So another person that could have invited me out to this thing. So,
what would you want to say to John? I mean, you have any roast stuff?
Well, he doesn't want to hear it, so I'll save it.
we could send it to him.
I'll send him something one day.
Okay,
I'll roast him on my own time.
That's right.
Oh yeah, send him who else? Someone sent a video.
Dustin.
Nickerson. No, Nickerson, but someone else did a video. Our buddy Court McCown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And because he was there Thursday, we golfed, and my buddy Rich was there, and we golfed all of that. But there, Court was like, they played my video. I was like, no. And he was like, they didn't play it, and I was like, no.
I think Lucy watched it and did him a favor.
Yeah, he loved it.
Oh, did he really?
Oh yeah, he loves it.
I don't know if it would have.
I had to watch the whole thing.
You watched the video?
Yeah.
You think that would have gone well at the actual thing?
I had to look him in the eyes as I watched it. So he goes, but he dressed up for it.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he put a lot of effort into it.
How'd you guys do? How were your jokes?
I mean, it was really funny that he goes, Court goes, they play my video.
Like, no, they never played it.
Not at all.
So I did. We the three of us went up together.
It was a lot like this podcast. I had to carry us because I was the only one prepared.
I wrote some jokes.
Oh, you guys all went up at the same time.
Yeah.
Roll Nateland roast.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I had some jokes.
Old school Nate
Yeah,
Land.
that's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That seemed great. Yeah. We went up making fun
There's
of the
one guy
fact
off
that that's
YouTube
what he does.
would have loved that.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was there.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Dusty guy.
yeah.
Yeah, he was front row.
yeah,
Had a great time.
yeah,
John
That's the
invited.
reason he came.
yeah.
He goes, pick me or Dusty. And we go, well, obviously.
Yeah.
He put us back us in the corner.
Yeah.
I like my DJ line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you had
That's some good.
The two of y'all really took it too.
Yeah.
And then you said something nice at the end.
You did. You tried not to say anything nice.
What are you talking about?
You go at the end of it. I had it. You were like, all right, we'll see you. Like you're.
No, I said
Yes.
no. That's not
Yes.
what happened. I
You
go, we
go,
love you, blah blah blah,
Oh,
and you were
no.
like, well, hold on.
Yeah, you go.
Yes,
You
stop.
go. Blah blah blah. Good night, everybody. Like it's a regular set.
Mm-hmm.
And I go,
That's
hold
my
on,
time
hold
on there,
on.
women.
I go.
He pitched his dates.
I like to claim my time.
Yeah.
Whatever they reclaim my, whatever they say in those things. Yeah, but no, you always said something nice. Did you say something nice? I don't know if you did it.
After
No.
after you started it.
He wouldn't have said anything.
Well, Nate said probably the nicest thing of the whole roast at the end. So we were like,
Yes.
we'll just let him have it.
Yeah.
But when we got off, Derek Stroop, who was hosting it, we get off.
Oh,
And
another
Derek-
guy that knows me. pretty
That's
well.
right. Yeah, Derek Stroop.
Hannah was there.
Yeah.
Your wife and kids
Yeah,
were
your
there.
wife and kids were there. Yeah.
Sam is growing,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, Derek Stroop, when we get off, Derek Stroop goes, yeah, that's just like the podcast. I'm good for about 5 minutes on it, and
Yeah.
then I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready to turn it off.
Yeah.
Oh, let's hope Brian says something dumb. We'll get a couple zingers out of that. I mean, he trashed us. It was
Yeah.
funny.
It was
It
good.
was good. We'll do another one.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you'll do
Yeah,
it.
he'll be
Yeah.
40 in 5 years.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. This is the real 40. We're going to celebrate another 40 for him
All right.
because he stays the same age. It's the opposite of that saying.
Yeah.
They get older, I stay the same age.
Mm.
And you go, what?
that is the same.
Oh,
no,
is it?
No, the
it's-
saying is I get older, they stay the same age.
They stay the same age.
All right, you're right.
Yeah.
He gets, yeah. They get older, and I stay the same age.
Yeah.
That would be, all right. All right. Your guys' comments. Hope Waller. Florida is the scapegoat. Hope. Florida is the scapegoat for all of America. As a Floridian, it feels really great to hear 4 non-Floridians back us up. Florida's the best. Glad y'all liked it too.
Yeah,
All right,
Florida is the best though.
Yeah.
Whenever I see comics trashing Florida, I'm always like, "You never been there, huh?"
No, they've never been there.
No, they don't. It's a perception. I mean, you're kind of used to it if you're down. If you live in the South, you're just kind of used to it.
Yeah.
People just they think what it is. But everybody thinks what New York is. Everybody thinks what California,
Mhm.
Everybody's got the thing. And there's good people everywhere. Andrew Kahn. Boat ramps experiences at Panama City Beach include being burned to lobster status and being told he looks perpetually worried. While Dusty rode the strip, had a life-changing toe fungus and got his nipple pierced. Very different.
That's true. I bet we've had a lot of very different trips.
Yeah, I'd say so. Dusty and I would probably have never hung out together till right now in our lives.
Yeah, I don't think so. Actually, when I met you, I was about a year sober. So it was,
You had to wait.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was a good time for us to meet and hang out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
How many years sober were you at that point, Brian?
Which time? My senior trip in high school or college? Either one.
Yeah.
Chris Scott. Aaron's experience with the devil's itch.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You're the one that cursed. Aaron's experience, sunburn reaction made me feel so validated. I've had this happen twice. One time being on a big family vacation, everyone thought I was overacting or crazy. And after being in severe pain for hours, I finally thought to put ice on it to stop the itch. Worst thing I've ever felt in my life. So ice.
Ice didn't do much for me, but I've had a lot of people reach out since the podcast episode, and a lot of people shared their experiences with me. I'm a bit of a medical advocate on this podcast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm an example for gout survivors, or the survivors of the devil's itch.
Yeah,
all kinds of stuff.
Is this guy saying the ice helped? He says, pain for hours. I finally thought to put ice on it to stop the itch. Worst thing I've ever felt in my life.
Yeah, I think he's saying the ice out because I think he said worst idea I ever had. Like,
okay.
But I know what you mean. I kind of, but so ice, but did anybody else say what they did?
Yeah, they would say the same thing. A hot shower or
ice,
Benadryl or peppermint oil. A lot of people said, which I tried, which did nothing for me. But,
what'd you do? Peppermint? I mean, where do you go get this stuff?
I don't know.
What about castor oil? Did you try that?
Isn't that like where you fry stuff in?
No, I think it's more of a skin oil.
Oh, okay. Maybe like canola oil. It's like, I'll try it.
If they tell me to get peppermint oil, you'd be the first person I'd call.
Yeah, I can help you with it. I got some.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know what that means.
I don't either.
Marshall Barker.
That's a good name.
Marshall Barker. Yeah, that is a good name. The largest cattle ranch in the United States is in Florida and happens to be owned by the Mormon Church. The Deseret,
I think.
Deseret Cattle and Citrus Ranch is over 300,000 acres. The church is also the largest landowner in Florida.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I didn't know they had Florida. Yeah.
I had a friend named Marshall one time. I'm out in Charleston. He had just moved to Charleston, and he was my friend. I met this guy named Marshall, and we hung out and we drank together for like 2 years, right? And then he moved back to his city, and then he came to a show of mine. I don't know, about 4 years ago, and then I hung out with him. He brought a bunch of friends. I hung out with him. He had a hotel party going on, and I was calling him Marshall, and apparently that was not his name. His name was something else. I forget what it was, but he decided to go by Marshall in Charleston, right? So just this 2 years of his life, he was this guy named Marshall. And then I find out that he's like named something else. I think that's weird. His friends thought it was weird that I was calling him Marshall. I thought it was weird that that wasn't his name.
It is weird to just take on a whole new identity.
Yeah.
Was he in the witness protection program or something, or just a personal choice?
Just think he moved and was like, I want to be somebody else.
Start fresh.
Yeah.
Maybe he was the sheriff. Called him Marshall.
Yeah.
There's a kid in my dorm in college that everybody called Batman Kid. And every day he would wear the same thing. He would wear a trench coat and a Batman t-shirt underneath it every day. He was known around campus as the Batman Kid.
At Notre Dame?
At Notre Dame. Yeah. Everybody said he would sleep upside down. I mean, there are all kinds of legends about this kid, right? But he lived in my dorm. And then they did an article about him in the paper when we were like seniors. And they asked him, why do you wear the Batman stuff? And he's like, I don't know. When I went to college, I just wanted to switch things up a bit. Was not even really a big Batman fan.
Oh, really?
Never wore the shirts at home. But when he went to college, he just wanted to pick up a new identity.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's a strange one he picked. But
yeah, it's a strange one. I don't see how that was very helpful with the ladies or anything. I mean, I don't know.
Who am I to judge?
Yeah.
He was a nice kid and, but he wore a trench coat and a Batman shirt.
He's like, when I go to college, I don't want to have a lot of success with women. That's one thing I want to make sure of.
Yeah.
And who knows? I don't know. You could have been doing great. I don't know. I imagine not, but I don't know.
We did have one thing with Nick and my dad. I forgot. I don't random, but I guess they went up. Nick had to go see some friends, and so they went up to go see them in the suite. My dad went up. I think we have this on video. I haven't seen the video, and so but they go up and they knock on the door. Nick can't see anything, so he knocks on the door. The guy opens it. The guy's like, "Hey!" Like, I guess they're going up there during my set. And so they go up, I'm on stage, and then the guy goes, "Hey," and then he's like, he asks if this person's there, and the person's like, "Well, yeah, they're not here, but come on in." And he's at the wrong number. And he looks at it, and so then he goes, "Huh?" And he goes, "It's 14. And so now these people just are watching the show.
They just saw him perform.
Just saw him and my dad perform. And then Veter went too. So all the opening acts now just looks like they're going around during my set and just knocking on doors and crashing parties. And they're videoing it. And they're like, and so Nick he's like, hey, and he has to walk in and just confused. And then goes, it's 14. He just puts it up to, he puts his phone next to his eyeball. It's 14. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that's great.
Let's see. We also had a bet this weekend on some game. Greg Garcia, his old eyes. We're supposed to bet the over, and he goes, "Yeah, we bet the under." Okay, great. Josh Young, Dusty's a true man of the people. Barely takes the time to watch Nate's special, but all over the YouTube comments with the folks.
I like to be interactive. I like to get in there.
Did you get in there this week?
Now, I got to the airport. I had to. Nashville now has this weird thing where we have like these T terminals. So I fly American. I got the Admiral's Lounge thing. But if you're at the T terminals, you're way away from it. So I was in a different spot. So it wasn't the same.
Okay. Yeah.
I wasn't able to just kick back,
The T terminal's right there as soon as you go through.
Yeah, it's very convenient for that. But it's like, it's not close to the lounge.
Oh,
it's too bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sarah Chia. In 2024, the 13-year and 17-year cicadas are both emerging. The last time this happened was in 1803, when Thomas Jefferson was president. The Louisiana Purchase had just been made, and there were only 17 states.
It's going to be a big year for the cicadas.
Oh, that's this year.
A lot of stuff's going on this year.
That's right.
It's a wild
time. Oh, yeah. Eclipse.
Yeah.
Cicadas.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. Mark Swisher.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so.
It's all good things.
It'll be different.
Yeah. I hope it's fun. I'm just saying, I don't know. Could be bad stuff that comes.
What if these cicadas don't get along with each other? They both come out and they're like rival gangs. Like, what are you doing out here?
I bet they forget each other.
Well, I think the cicadas will be fun.
I bet they don't recognize each other. They go, John?
You have aged.
You're 13. That is crazy. The last time was Thomas Jefferson was president.
Mm-hmm.
In 1803.
Yeah.
Mark Swisher. Clip-on ties have a bad rap, but there is a tactical reason for wearing them. All Secret Service agents on security detail wear clip-ons so the tie can't be used to strangle them when they get into a tussle. Some police forces do the same thing. There.
Well, that makes perfect sense. Yeah.
And you would do it. And theirs looks pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think you wouldn't know that.
I would not have known that just looking at them.
I bet we're not far from having clip-on ties. The clothing tends to be going to very loose, easy to get off of, comfortable.
Right.
So clothing is not going the opposite way. It's going, I don't even like it, and I dress like this. I do like it, but I also.
Well, I was talking to my stylist, and she said that is the trend. Yeah, it's headed this way a little bit in 2024. I wear all white Cole Haan sneakers and a little blanket.
Tan. No, it's not. I just was trying to make a joke. I think it's Cole Haan. I think you said it right.
My dad told me one time he got into a fight with a guy. He was younger, and the guy got him by the tie. Oh. And my dad said he pulled out his pocket knife and cut the tie off and then beat the guy up.
Wow,
that's awesome.
That's what he said.
That sounds like a scene from a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would tell that story a lot too.
Yeah. Well, he told it to me, but I don't know who else he's telling it to. But
he didn't stab the guy?
No, he didn't want to stab him. He just was like, don't get me up by my tie like that.
Sounds like something Jason Bourne would do.
Yeah. I know. It's a fun story.
Yeah.
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 Took out his own pocket knife, cut his tie off.
Hey, can you open this for me?
Yeah.
Aaron Yachts. Hello, folks. Per the usual, Dusty is right about pretty much everything.
What are these comments?
All right, come on, Aaron.
I grew up in the cows and oranges part of Florida, and it is, in fact, as southern gets. We drink sweet tea, eat swamp cabbage, pick and eat oranges straight off the tree, and enjoy the landscape of old oak trees, countless lakes and gorgeous sunset. Dusty was also right that John Anderson is one of the sleeper heroes of 90s country.
That's what I'm talking about. I mean, I get it, guys.
I know.
I mean, the sooner you guys realize that,
I don't even think that's what Dusty said.
I wasn't thinking a name Aaron Yance would even. If you told me, that sounds like something Marshall Barker would put in.
That's true. That's
and
true.
Aaron Yance, I don't see Aaron Erin spelled that way. I mean, come on, that's the biggest surprise post I've ever seen in my life. Aaron Yance is going like, yeah, we're eating oranges off trees and swamp cabbage.
It does sound amazing to just sit out in lakes and oak trees and pick an orange right off the tree.
Yeah, it does
and
sound
eat it.
good.
That sounds
Just
amazing.
getting sunburned, just lit up by mosquitoes.
It sounds amazing to me.
It does sound nice.
Yeah.
John Anderson had a big song when I was a kid called "Just a Swingin'."
Oh yeah,
That was a big
song.
Big song.
Swangin'.
Yeah, it was really swanging. Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
a little Charlotte, she's as pretty as the angels when they sing. Yeah, I can't believe I'm out here on the front porch in the swing, just a swangin'.
And the backup singers would go swinging.
Yeah, that's good. It's a great song. You know, when the Bible talks about angels, though, they're never beautiful. They're like always pretty terrifying. So if you're like, when you tell a girl she's as pretty as an angel, it's like, I don't know if that's a compliment.
Yeah.
They're pretty terrifying looking. Like, are we talking about Ezekiel angels? They are not good looking.
Yeah.
Covered with eyes, they say.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
6 wings. Yeah.
Too many wings.
Yeah.
That'd be a much different song.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a rap battle.
Yeah.
Look like an angel up in here.
Well,
Six wings.
I wonder why angels would be considered.
Maybe some are. You know, they
Yeah.
say Lucifer was like a, beautiful angel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that still wouldn't be a compliment to women.
I know. You're as pretty as the devil.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remind me of Lucifer.
Ezekiel Smith.
Oh,
Oh, how about
well
that?
timed.
Yeah, that's crazy. That audacity of despair, Obama joke deserved more.
All right.
I got it in the moment. I went to Notre Dame. Aaron is carrying the weight of this podcast on his broad shoulders.
Oh, you don't have to throw an insult in there in the compliment. Aaron put the team on his fat back this episode.
Broad is good, though.
Yeah,
For a man, broad is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aaron's getting this podcast by the skin of his yellow teeth. It's like you don't got to throw an insult in,
No.
Ezekiel, but I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I think broad shoulders is.
Yeah.
I think you want to have broad
Mhm.
shoulders.
Yeah. I
But
think
It's
so.
like Atlas.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you had smaller shoulders, I mean,
Yeah. What if you said put the weight of the podcast on his narrow shoulders? That would
Yeah.
So maybe just don't throw an adjective in there.
Okay.
just say on his shoulders. Yeah.
This guy went to Notre Dame though. He's got a broad
He did.
vocabulary.
I'm sorry I came for you so hard, Ezekiel. I appreciate it, man.
He's got a big vocabulary.
Go Irish.
Jennifer M. I died laughing when Nate said, "Can you imagine someone using a picture made after your show and they cropped you out?" Because I got a picture with Aaron after one of his shows that I thought I looked pretty good in. So I cropped him out and used the pic for my office badge.
All right.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You have your hand around her? I mean, that's the only.
I guess so. Or maybe you can just
Maybe it's just behind
crop
her.
it in
Yeah.
close enough. I had a lot of people this weekend go, come take a picture, me, you, and Brian, and I'll crop Brian out later as
Oh,
a
yeah.
joke.
Yeah, that's kind of the trend.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of those.
Yeah.
There was one, your face cropped halfway out. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
That's a fun trend, though.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, people are posting a lot more now.
Yeah.
You just see one little part of
Yeah.
me, but
Yeah.
they're having a good time.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fun.
he's in there. Elizabeth Hernandez. Hello, Baron. Hey, folks. I saw this news story and immediately thought I needed Dusty's take on this. My kids love the pods, and it's questionable yet educational content. That's what we want.
Got the
What
link
is
right
the
here.
news story?
I
This
can't wait.
is- This is it's an article that the explosive, quote, devil comet returns for the first time in 71 years during the April 8th eclipse, NASA says. A rare and massive comet with a devilish nickname is set to pass by Earth for the first time in 71 years and may be visible during the eclipse. according to NASA.
Has 2 horns. Now, Dusty's torn, I can tell, because he's concerned about the eclipse, but he doesn't believe in comets, so he doesn't know how to respond to this.
I think that I've gone deep down the eclipse rabbit hole now, and it's wild. I mean, I'm not afraid, but I even found a video last night, like a Prophecy Watchers video.
Yeah.
And these guys, they think that it got very local, but very close to home. They predict the destruction of Nashville sometime after this eclipse. I was like, whoa, these guys are not from Nashville.
Well, I predict it sometime after the eclipse too.
5 billion years from now.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But specifically Nashville, they predicted. And I was like, whoa, this is weird.
For what reason?
Well, I don't know that they know the reason, but they even got right down to thinking that a fireball would come down on the Parthenon.
Oh, okay. Wow. Well, at least it's there.
Because the Parthenon, was like, pagan, pagan statue inside of it.
It is. I think but it is funny to go, why do they think that? They go, that's just what they think. Well, a lot of it's so specific.
Apparently, a lot of people had dreams about it, and these dreams were like the exact same dream of a fireball destroying Nashville.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
As long as it didn't hit that McDonald's up there by Centennial Park.
That's right. Yeah. Springwater Supper Club and Lounge. Yeah.
I just thought it was wild. I was like, because I had watched part 1, just kind of about the eclipse. And then I watched part 2 last night. And I was like, whoa, Nashville? You know what I mean? Like, of all the cities, I would think that would be getting some judgment. I was like, well, Nashville, we're doing all right.
We're doing all right.
Yeah.
Have they been right about other prophecies, you think?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think anybody's predicted a prophecy of destruction. And I don't watch these people all the time. These are not, these are not people that I'm leaning into. I just got on an eclipse algorithm now. So I'm just watching a lot of different things about the eclipse. And then I saw this and I was like, whoa, that's pretty wild.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I'm, afraid of it, but I'll, likely try to be out of town.
Yeah.
You won't. Yeah. You won't be at the Parthenon,
right?
Yeah,
I will not be taking the Parthenon.
It's going to happen that day.
Not going there either way.
No one knows. I mean, and none of these guys are saying we know. They're just saying that the people have had these dreams, and and then it just seems. That the eclipse did come. It's like when you look at like certain prophecies, like Joseph in Egypt, he said, there'll be 7 years of feast and then 7 years of famine. So we had an eclipse that came through Nashville, and then 7 years later, we're going to have another eclipse coming through the country. And we don't have these type of lunar eclipses all the time. Or so whatever this
solar
one is, we don't have very often.
Right.
So to have them kind of back to back with a 7-year period in between is pretty strange.
Right. Yeah.
That's the point. Yeah. And I'm not saying it's going to happen either.
Sure.
I'm just telling you these people on a video that I, don't really take seriously said this, but.
Well, if you're not going to be in Nashville, where are you going to be?
Farm.
Maybe in a cave somewhere. I don't know. Who knows?
Farm.
Yeah, not in Nashville.
Right.
Yeah, I'll probably be out in McMinnville hanging out,
You know what he could use? Robin Hood. We got to get into it somehow.
Yeah. Speaking of all this, did you know that even if you have a 401k for retirement, you can still have an IRA? Robinhood has the only IRA that gives you a 3% boost on every dollar you contribute when you subscribe to Robinhood Gold. But get this, now through April 30th, Robinhood is boosting every single dollar you transfer in from other retirement accounts with a 3% match. That's right, no cap on the 3% match. Robinhood Gold gets you the most for your retirement thanks to their IRA with a 3% match. This offer is good through April 30th. Get started at robinhood.com/boost. Subscription fees apply. And now for some legal info. Lean close. Claim as of Q1 2024 validated by Radius Global Market Research. Investing involves risk, including loss. Limitations apply to IRAs and 401ks. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold for 1 year from the date of first 3% match. Must keep Robinhood IRA for 5 years. 3% matching on transfers is subject to specific terms and conditions. Robinhood IRA available to U.S. customers in good standing.
You're a great fine print reader.
Can you imagine if Nate had that ad read? That would be the show.
Yeah.
Just be titled Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Your fine print reading is on point.
Thanks, dude. The smaller, the better. I like to lean in there.
You were that speed reader guy.
Yeah.
I watched a bunch of videos this weekend of like an auctioneer class. I might get into that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's just a guy teaching you how to do it. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Your dad was an auctioneer?
Yep.
Was that his full-time job? He's an
realtor and auctioneer, yeah.
Oh my gosh. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Did he teach you how to do it?
A little bit.
Can you do it now?
Nah.
I was hoping
it's a lot of pressure that if you don't nail it, everybody's going to be.
What do they do? You know what they do?
He went to auctioneer school, and it's just kind of teaching you the rhythm and
all that.
Yeah, and inflection and stuff like that. It's important.
Was he really good at it? Like,
yeah.
Oh man, that's a cool skill.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'd use it for, but wouldn't that be fun to pull out?
Really, only one thing. Auction.
No, but it'd be a fun thing to pull out in conversation
at a party.
Or yeah, but you would have to go like, all right, I'm gonna auction this pin off, and then that's how you would do it at a party, though.
No,
let's start at a quarter. I got nothing to
sold.
That'd be fun. But if you heard somebody talking about auctioneers, then you just pull it out.
You could make TikTok videos. I follow an auctioneer guy on TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I could do that.
You ever go to cattle auctions?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I would write a bit to do on stage just to use that auctioneer voice. Yeah. Like, I would just find a reason to use it. Mm-hmm. So, all right. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Could you go to, what's auctioneer school? Like, it's just
a school for, they should be auctioneer.
Yeah, I bet there's not a lot of them. So, I mean, you probably get some work, and I bet they make some good money. Mm-hmm. And if you can get some big things, like you get those auctioneers that are doing
those charity events,
like doing real high things.
Oh yeah, I did a corporate event with an auctioneer guy.
Yeah, so have I. And then maybe if I knew how to do it, I could just go. Don't even worry about hiring an auctioneer.
You get two.
I'll do both. Just pay me both.
Yeah, I'll do the time and I'll do the auctioneer.
How would you want to do it though? Would you want to because say you did the comedy first,
right?
And then it didn't go well, and now you got to be the auctioneer.
I would do it like announcements when I host at a club. You do it in the middle. Right, you do what you get, and then you end on some material.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd find a way. I'd make it one.
I think you got to end on the auctioneer, and you would have to have the auction thing be comedy. It'd almost be like they would just hire you to be like, "I'll run your auction. I'm gonna also be funny up top and tell some jokes, and then I'll start leaning into it." And you can be like, "I'm no," and then you do that one. You're like the guy in the red shirt. You go, "What's wrong with you?" You make fun of that guy. Like you just make it a whole thing.
Yeah. Is there a reason they use that voice, or is it just known that that's the auctioneer voice, so it feels more legitimate?
I think it's building some tension. There's the speed involved in it. You're like, do I want to bet on this? Oh yes, I'm gonna go.
You're creating a high pressure
environment. I think so.
Okay, you can just scream at people too,
and we could be the handlers. I think guys go, yeah. Because they're taking bids.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
What if they did normal? They go, all right, we got this pin for an auction, $5. I'll do $5, $10.
You could do.
You do it slow.
You think you get less money if you do it that way?
I think people would get annoyed.
I've seen those too. Yeah. I think those are just boring.
Yeah,
Dude, it is exciting when you hear the guy start.
What? Do see if you can look up an auctioneer, like the best.
5, 10,
Did your dad have videos on YouTube from the back in the day?
No.
I wish I could find
5, 10. Who give 10, 15. Dude, we got 20.
I bet 15's a tough one for him. It seemed like you had. I bet they're saying like you don't say,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is the auctioneer champion. Oh, this guy's going off, dude.
Yeah.
And he's turning heads. It's the first year 18-year-old Blaine Watts is eligible to.
That's like speed auctioneering. I mean, even faster than normal.
Yeah, at what point you can't even understand what the guy's saying.
Yeah.
At a certain point, you become so good that it becomes bad for the auction.
That's almost too fast.
This guy I follow, TikTok auctioneer. He has become an auctioneer. Apply today, auctioneeru.com.
Oh, he has his own university.
We were going to do the inaugural.
Yeah, so that's out there if you're looking for that.
All right, dude. One of these days, we're gonna forget about this.
TikTok auctioneer.
You're gonna come in?
I'm gonna come into the podcast.
Yeah.
And just find a reason to use it. It's gonna blow y'all's mind.
Yeah. Yeah, they get in a zone too. Dude.
Yeah.
I do like the idea of being in that zone. Like it's a zone that you're like that person at that moment is in the most control of that room,
Right.
even though the room feels like there's no control.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great feeling. I mean, the guy's a master at it. Like you go, because you're just like, if you're sitting there, you go, what is this guy talking? And this dude's just like, he knows everything. It's like slow in his head. And he's just, he knows every 75, 79,
Yeah. Well, that's not bad. What you
That was
did
pretty
right
good.
75, 85, 75.
The cattle auction was always good when I was a kid. Me and my dad would go there, and it's like, you're just in a barn.
They just showed it on that video.
Yeah. You're in a barn, and it's like this, but this was like, small, like Roanoke, Alabama auctioneer, but it smells like a barn.
Yeah, but show them that barn. I bet it looked a lot like that.
And then the cow's just coming through. The cow kind of gets paraded through, and then but there's too many cows.
Well, I know that, but
yeah, this would be one cow at a time.
Yeah, I used to go. I loved it.
Yeah,
it's kind of fun. Just sit back and watch.
And these old farmers are just in overalls, probably got tons of money.
I like to just watch the different ways they bid.
And you're trying to buy which one's healthy.
Yeah, you're just trying to.
I'm not sure what's going on with all those cattle at once, but my dad would do personal property for people. And I'd have to get up on Saturday morning and go to somebody's house and just clean out all their junk and put it out on these ply boards to auction off.
Well, it's like a house that got repossessed or something, and you have to auction.
Or someone died and the family wants to.
An estate sale.
Yeah, estate sale. They want to sell their parents' personal belongings.
Yeah.
So it's just a lot of box of odds and ends here, because you don't know how to categorize it.
Right.
You can't do every little thing at once, but.
Oh, it's probably going for nothing too. Some of it, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like a overhyped yard
and
sale.
what would he get? He gets a percentage, right? Or he gets a percentage of all the overall sell. Yeah.
Oh, so I never thought about that. So the auctioneer has an incentive to drive the price up.
Yeah.
Interesting. So there must be some science behind this voice and everything.
Yeah, they're trying to get it going, but I mean, like that's probably the worst ones because you're like, all right, you go to one of these houses, you're like. I'm not gonna make anything.
Yeah.
It's and you probably wonder if you have any idea, I guess,
of what it would go for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when he would sell land or houses, I think they had a general idea of what they at least had agreed about what we hope to get.
They would you would guarantee it. Or there's like a guarantee, like you're like, I'll do it. Lowest would be $1,000.
Yeah,
but I'll try to get it up for you.
Yeah.
But I'm not, I bet that's what the bigger they get, the more they can do that. That's a lot of talking. I wonder if you switch it off at home. I wonder if they're at home and you're just like, I'll take a little coffee and I come out together.
Yeah, it just comes out.
Yeah,
My dad would practice some just around the house.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of like your dad doing magic.
Yeah.
Just kind of got to keep fresh. It's like an open mic. If you haven't had an auction in a while, you got to.
Dude, that's so crazy. The amount of time I've known you and I just learned that.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
You think I would have known that?
I think I've told it on previous episodes.
Oh, well,
I don't know if
I never heard you say it.
I feel like we would have talked about that. Maybe we did. We might have done an episode called Auctions. I don't remember, but
last week.
Hey, that's
I
crazy.
never heard you talk about it either. I didn't know your dad was in real estate.
Yeah.
Do you have people in your life where you think there's nothing new I could learn about you at this point? Or do you think there's always stuff that you can find out?
I mean, Dusty with the nipple ring last week. That was a new one.
Mm-hmm.
I would have guessed that.
Yeah, that's true. I guess that is true.
I think
he may have one right now.
Did you still do it?
I don't know. I got it re-pierced one time too, and but it's pretty painful. I don't know that it would be worth doing.
Yeah,
I don't think it was ever worth doing.
You don't know if it'd be worth doing now.
Do you have tattoos?
No tattoos.
No one has tattoos here.
No.
Yeah,
my wife has a tattoo, but then just
no. I wasn't really. Tattoos were like there wasn't a lot of rules that my dad had, but like I would no tattoos and no earrings. I kind of got a little technicality with the nipple ring and the eyebrow ring.
I feel like you,
Oh, yeah, eyebrow ring too.
You got the
I had an eyebrow
worst.
ring at
yeah,
one
your
point,
dad would have thought that was way worse. I
Yeah.
feel like.
Yeah, but I could hide it a little better too. And he always said no earrings. So I'm just like, I'm getting technicality.
Right.
Here.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you said no earring.
Oh,
But I was already 18 by the time I was doing these things. Anyway.
Okay.
But
Eyebrow ring.
yeah. Yeah, I had that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, and I'm just being cool out here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Did you ever have the cowl thing around the
No,
nose?
no.
Was that a septum piercing?
Yeah. Now,
Mm.
only eyebrow and the nipple.
Okay.
Yeah,
was it.
maybe two. Yeah, two of the
Yeah.
worst.
I actually got real drunk and I lost the
Oof.
the ring one time and I wanted to get it, go buy a new one the next day.
Mm-hmm.
So I broke off a piece of a broomstick and stuck it through. I didn't want it to heal up in the night, so I stuck
Oh.
it through.
God.
You mean a bristle from
yeah,
the?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
oh,
And I woke up in the morning, I had blood all down my face.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I was hungover with blood all down my face.
Splinters.
Yeah. Yeah. It didn't
Oh,
work out.
Yeah.
Well, I did have it is your birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
I
Happy
did look
birthday.
up some other celebrity birthdays. Nate was at the top of the list, but
Mm.
after him was Elton John.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I was about to ask if
Happy
he was
birthday.
really at the top, but I think Elton's got you beat.
Yeah.
In age, he does. Sarah Jessica Parker.
Okay.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Aretha Franklin.
Yeah, I was about to say Aretha. I was going to do
I knew
the
that.
ones who were alive first, but yeah, Aretha Franklin. It kind of starts going down a little bit after that, but Tom Glavine.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, that's
come
going
on.
back up.
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, well, you're right. Laura
That's top of
found
the
that
list.
one.
Oh, yeah?
Laura found Tom Glavine, and I don't even know this. She's an Olympic runner, Sha'Carri Richardson.
Mm.
I think she was
Yeah,
recent.
She
Yeah.
knew. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
maybe the one with the fingernails.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
Jenny Slate,
Yeah.
Danica Patrick.
Okay.
Oh.
These are big time.
Now, let me
Yeah.
ask you: if you meet any of these people, Nate, are you going to bring this up?
Yeah,
If
I
you
mean,
remember
I know Jenny Slate. I didn't know she
Yeah.
had the same birthday.
But if you meet Danica Patrick, will you go?
Yeah.
We have the same birthday.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Just get the ball rolling a little bit.
Yeah, it's just something.
Yeah. Conversation starts.
Just you have something to go. How do you not say it? Hey, we have the
You
same
should
birthday.
go with we have the same astrological sign.
Yeah. Oh, when's your birthday? March 25th. What?
Whoa.
Apollo 13 astronaut James Lovell.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
We're getting into your world now.
Yeah.
Now we are going
I look at
down.
you. That's one of your
I know.
favorite movies.
I love the movie, but you remember when it happened.
Now we are going downhill though.
Well, Gloria Steinem.
Who's that?
I was gonna say you have a poster
That's
of
a
her on your
singer.
wall. No, she's like a women's activist,
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Attorney.
attorney. Yeah,
I
Right.
thought she was a singer.
I guess.
Right?
I think she represents women in some cases.
Yeah, I think so.
Get specific with it.
I'm afraid I'm gonna be wrong. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
you should Google her before I say any more. And then two SNL alums, Alex Moffat and Chris Redd.
Oh,
Okay. I know Chris Redd.
yeah.
No, I don't think Gloria Steinem is an attorney. I think I got her mixed up.
Okay.
She's
Is she a
90.
singer though?
Probably just move on. No, I don't
Yeah,
think
she's a big singer.
Yeah.
No,
She's got a microphone there.
she's an activist.
I think she's about to hit a
It's from a karaoke night. I
She
think
doesn't-
that picture was.
she's an auctioneer.
Wow, she's 90 today.
Well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Gloria.
Number one song on March 25th, 1979. You'll never get this.
She does feminist auctions.
Can't buy me love.
The number one song the day he was born?
Yeah,
March 25th, 1979.
Can't buy me love.
that's a good guess. I think that was probably
Was it
the 60s.
Was it Eagles? Was it Eagles?
Nope,
Ooh,
the Bee Gees.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
I was going
What
to say
song?
that.
Tragedy.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, it's not even a
Favorite,
good one.
Favorite
It's
Bee
a tough
Gees
day.
song.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. it replaced Gloria Gaynor's "I Will Survive."
Oh,
So-
Gloria Gaynor. That's who I'm thinking about.
You were
Yeah.
thinking that's what
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How about that?
I Will Survive to Tragedy. I Will Survive was number one.
Mhm.
And then the song that followed
Nate was born
was
in
Tragedy.
Tragedy.
Yeah.
Pendulum swings back always.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Yep.
Wow.
Number one movie was Norma Ray, starring Sally Field.
That was filmed in Opelika, where I grew
Oh,
up.
wow.
Really?
Yeah.
How about that?
What is
Yeah.
that movie about?
She's trying to get a union, right?
Yeah. textile mills in the union.
Oh, something not good.
Well, she won an Oscar, I think, or something. For
Okay.
that.
What I mean is, they wanted the setting to be.
Oh yeah,
she won an Oscar. I don't know if it was for that though.
Well, they needed a place where they had some textile mills, but they had a scene with her and Burt Reynolds in a hotel called the Golden Cherry Motel, and the Golden Cherry Motel is still there.
Wow.
Burt Reynolds is in that movie too,
or whoever the love interest is.
Because that's Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah, but she was in the Golden Cherry Motel in that. I thought it was Burt Reynolds, but maybe it was somebody else.
I figured you'd be all about Smokey and the Bandit. It seems like your kind of movie.
I do love Smokey and the Bandit.
Okay. And then the number one TV show, Laverne and Shirley.
Oh.
So there you go.
What's that? A different world.
Yeah.
A different
so 45.
World. Yep.
Got to get that colonoscopy now.
I thought it was later.
No, they moved it to 45.
When?
A couple years ago.
Today. Yeah. Things change.
I thought it was like 50.
Used to always be 50, and then lately they've changed the guidelines to 45.
You can also just do whatever you want to do and not do that at all.
I just had my second one.
He just goes for fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
It's the worst,
It's a good way to lose some weight.
Is it? Oh, yeah. It's
I mean, everyone says, I guess it's true, the day before
yeah.
is the worst.
Yeah.
And then go in for surgery. But
why is the day before the worst?
you have to drink a bunch of stuff to clean you out.
I've done that. I've had one.
Oh,
when
yeah?
I ruptured my appendix. I drank the stuff. Actually, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
You feel lighter, don't you?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I was like, this
Felt great.
I'd do this, at least.
I should do it for the special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll feel, I mean, you really will.
Yeah, I liked it. I was like, yeah, I'll do this every 6 months.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can't eat for a day and you're going to the bathroom a lot.
Yeah.
But the day I did it was it was back in January when that crazy snow week. And my appointment was in the morning and there was another threat of snow that afternoon. And while I'm there.
You remember it like you remember a child being born. Like the details of
He's like, I had my bad back.
ego.
Yeah.
Well,
I remember there was a storm that day. And that's
I feel like I need these details for the story.
Okay.
So there was threat of more snow. The doctor's office decided we're closing up at lunchtime and sending everybody home. So they, I assume, had to call anyone who had an appointment that afternoon to say, don't come. So that means all those people had already went through the procedure of taking all that stuff, being up all night or whatever. And then they're like, don't come. And they'll have to do it again.
Wow.
So
Anyway,
Yeah, I feel like I've heard something like that happen. Or someone did it. I almost think someone did it recently, and then it was like, it might be someone I know. They did it where it was, then they had the wrong day or the wrong week or something.
Your dad?
Probably.
Sounds like something your dad would do.
Yeah.
I feel like you just got to let them do it. You know? You're like, yo, you already drank the drink? All right, we'll do it.
When I did my sleep test to find out if I had sleep apnea, I stayed up all night into the appointment because that's what they tell you, because you want to be able to fall asleep when you do the sleep test. And then I showed up, and it turns out the appointment was to schedule the sleep test. So I had stayed up all night for no reason, dude. And I was so tired when I got there. And they go, yeah, we'll do the sleep test on Thursday. I was like, oh my God, what a moron
I was about to say, because I had to go there and stay the night and sleep.
Yeah, I don't know what I thought. I was like, it's weird that I'm doing this at 2 p.m.
I just want to say, Sally Field won 2 Oscars.
Okay.
One for Best Actress in a Leading Role, Norma Ray.
Oh, okay.
And then one for Best Actress in a Leading Role, Places in the Heart.
Well, it was easier back then.
So it was Norma Ray.
There are fewer movies.
All right.
Just wanted to say that.
I'm glad you looked that up.
I feel like they won movies though. Like that was, you knew the people that won the movie, that won the Oscar then.
I feel like you know them now,
I think
right?
that like there was like a
I mean, who won it this year?
Well, this year, I think it went back a little bit because, because I agree with you. But this year, Oppenheimer, so it was more actors that you kind of know a little bit.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr.
Cillian Murphy.
This was where she had that thing where she said,
Eddie
they
Murphy?
love me. They really love me.
You say Eddie Murphy?
Did you say Eddie Murphy?
I said Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy.
I was like, Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy should have won an Oscar for Nutty Professor.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. That's a hot movie.
Played every role.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So you just quoted that line that she said.
Yeah.
That's why I thought she won the Oscar for something else, because it came up on my feed today. That was March 25th. 1980 something when
It's 1979.
when she said it at the that was the day he was born. Then I think she said that line when she won her other Oscar.
Oh, okay.
But I think it was today.
Sally Field only 10 years older than Tom Hanks.
But why would she say
really?
that
Yeah, isn't that weird?
on her
I didn't know
second
that.
Oscar?
I
Because
just looked at their birthday.
the
how old
second
is
one,
she?
she's like, yeah, of course you love me. I won 2 of these now.
That's a fair point. I don't know.
What's
But
46? I mean, just scroll up 1 second. Tell the exact age.
Oh, yeah, we can. All right, so
I
she's
look at that.
77.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks is 67.
Wasn't that easier than the math?
I think there's a
You had
Mandela.
it all on the one line, except it's like just beat it up one.
I think there's a Mandela effect that her name is Sally Field,
Right.
but we all say Sally Fields.
I do say Sally Fields.
Yeah. And
I
the
didn't even know that until you just said
the
that.
Mandela effect is that she is Sally Fields, but they've changed it.
Henry Cho did a movie with her.
The Mandela effect is
Have we not? I thought we talked about that.
yeah,
We
we did.
did.
But what was it?
Not that example.
It's like saying that we remember things a
Yeah.
certain way, but they really aren't that
A
way.
collective
Yeah.
misremembering of
Yeah.
a world event. Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway, you ever see that movie where she does stand up?
Punchline?
Punchline?
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
No, I haven't.
And
seen
Tom
it.
Hanks is in it too. He's
Yeah.
a comic.
Yeah, he told me he never did a comedy. There's things that say he did stand up, and I thought he did stand
I
up.
thought you said he never did a comedy. I'm like, I can name a few.
Yeah, no, he did stand up comedy. There was a thing the other day I looked up like actors that have done stand up comedy, and he's on there.
But
And
never did.
The one time I met him, I asked him because that movie Punchline,
Mhm.
and he said he never did. He never did. He goes, I've never done it.
He looked like a stand up in the movie. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
He was good.
yeah. The movie I need to watch it again.
Well,
It's
he's an
great.
incredible actor.
The movie's like it shows like they have lockers and
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the crazy part of it.
Yeah.
Is there's a locker room at the comedy club.
yeah.
So they get off stage and they got a towel. and-
Wouldn't that be something?
That
though?
would be
It would
great.
be awesome.
Yeah.
It would be awesome. Like to make it feel like it would be great.
Y'all would,
Showers?
y'all would stuff me in my locker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You bomb and you gotta hit the showers. real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah.
That's crazy.
What happened out there?
I tell you, I like a locker, and I don't know if I would really need a locker anymore. I've found never really a time where I'm like, I need a locker.
You wouldn't put a show shirt in there, maybe the shoes that you're gonna wear, and then you show
Well,
up to the club
like
and you throw that on.
A lot of golf clubs have lockers, locker rooms.
Do you use it? Yours?
No.
What about tripod? Just keep it in there, so when you get there, you could
Look at that.
I know I got a tripod at the club.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I
You
would
set up a
use
camera in
that.
the back of your shows?
No.
With a
Do
tripod?
I? No, I never did that.
I'm
But
joking now.
Yeah.
In the Celtics arena,
yeah,
Nate's back there with a little
Yeah.
tripod.
His phone on a tripod.
yeah,
Zoom out a little bit.
yeah. Yeah, well, we have it filmed now. I have someone
Yeah.
film it.
You have
Like,
a jumbotron.
Yeah. Yeah. Just go, where's the good spot for this? Well, they would do it at theaters. Y'all would do it. I think you go
Yeah.
set your phone up in the very back of
Uh-huh.
the theater. And
Which is not the best.
I brought all that camera equipment, no room in there because Brian sold out the
That's what I
shows
do.
this
Oh,
weekend.
wow.
That's what I do.
That's a good problem where like,
Yeah.
there's no room to put a camera.
I wonder if I just missed out on I started to like
Too
on where
early.
just people didn't film.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have iPhones then.
Yes. And
And camcorders weren't good.
no, it was like more of a hassle to do it. Yeah, you could bring a recorder,
Yeah.
like a little recorder. People would set those on there, but it's like when I started, it was just there was no reason you'd be filming, so I just never have done it.
There was a guy at the East Room open mic here in town. Got there early, had this huge camera set up. He was on stage setting it up. There was like a ring light. It was crazy, and then he didn't get called.
Oh,
So then you have to go up and take down all your camera equipment. Oh, it was beautiful, dude.
I
I loved it.
actually
We
love
loved
that
it.
too.
Oh, of course. You're like, oh man, that's so great.
You almost want to find out what his name is and don't call him.
yeah,
It's like, yeah, what
yeah.
do you
Some people
do?
know you enter your name in a hat.
And then they pull it
They
out.
pull it out.
And that open mic, a lot of people try to get on it every week. So a lot of people don't get up.
Yeah,
So
because they
it's
can only do so many people.
Yeah, the show can't be 8 hours long. you
Yeah.
know. But it was
The idea that
cosmic justice.
you're
man.
just gonna set it's like just do a camera. But he probably was like a TikTok guy and he wanted to be like, I'm a stand-up comic. Look how
Yeah. Well, I think if you do that, you're probably you need to talk to the person and go, hey, is there a night you can guarantee me to get it so I can
Sure.
film?
Or wait till you get called and then set it up real quick. You know?
I know, but are you? Oh, you're called.
Yeah, there's like that open mic. There's like 30 minutes between the drawing and the show starting.
Oh, yeah.
So there was no reason.
Oh, that's
to get it
true.
all set
That's
up.
true. He could have done it after that.
Yeah, he did a lot of things wrong that night.
Yeah.
But God took care of it.
He probably quit comedy. Though.
Yeah.
Probably that night.
Yeah.
I wish him the best. I wish him well.
Well, this week I thought we could talk a bit about some food.
Oh.
All right. I like that.
You guys know the 5 food groups?
Grains,
Breads, and
vegetables,
fruits,
meat,
starches,
poultry.
Poultry and meat got to be the same thing.
Yeah.
I was thinking eggs.
Oh, that's
Dairy.
Yeah. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
eggs are meat, aren't they?
Dairy.
Y'all named them.
Are eggs dairy?
I guess so.
Eggs is kind of, I don't know
Gummy.
which one.
Fruits,
Eggs.
vegetables, grains, protein foods, and dairy.
Okay. What about like chips?
That's,
What about candy? These
chips
don't-
would fall under whatever potatoes falls under.
Yeah, which is a vegetable
Yeah.
or
I
a
guess.
starch. What are starches? You didn't think this through, did you, Brian?
No, I didn't. Just thought I'd name the 5 food
But the
groups.
food pyramid is really wrong.
Isn't it
And
like, yeah, it's
and
all
they did
wrong
us-
now.
And they did us wrong, and it's messed everybody up.
I thought the food pyramid was around even when I was a kid. This said it started in 1992 when I was already in college.
Yeah.
But the food pyramid, do you remember the food pyramid?
Yeah.
In school? And the bottom was,
That's why the whole country's obese
grains.
now.
that's right.
It's all carbs at the bottom.
Yeah.
Grains at the base and veggies and fruits on the next tier.
This whole idea of us only eating a little bit of meat is like what's ruined everything.
So why was the food pyramid? Why is it so big at the bottom? It's like, that's just,
So
I
it's a pyramid.
Why are grains at the bottom?
but yeah, what's the,
That was funny.
it's a triangle, actually.
Yeah.
That is true. That is true. It's 2-dimensional.
Well, what's the numbers behind it?
I mean, I guess
I used to
at
think
that time they thought the science said grains was the most important thing for servings.
yeah, I remember looking at this as a kid going, all right, I got to have 6 loaves of bread every day.
Yeah.
I can have 1 bowl of candy. This is like just the worst advice ever to give. Have as much vegetables as you do fruit, you know?
I think meat should be on the bottom. That's what I think.
But I think the problem with using this shape is that I think you look at this intuitively, you think whatever's at the top is the best.
Oh, that's true.
So the
That's
top of the
interesting.
pyramid,
Yeah.
Oh,
you know, top of the food chain, whatever. So you look at this and you go, all right, candy's king.
Candy's the all-seeing eye.
That's right. And then, you know, grains, that's at the bottom. Who cares about grains?
But
Right?
there's a new food pyramid.
yeah, they switched it up, and now it's
Now it's an unreadable graph. What is this on?
well, I think that's not even up to date now. Now I think that they do My Plate.
Okay. My Plate. Did you send me this one? Your My Plate plan. So they just abandoned visual aids, huh?
Well, I think if you Google My Plate, I think it would show you an image of it.
MyPlate.gov. I don't know about that. Okay. So you just think about it. Oh, it's a pie graph now, but they don't want to use pie
I guess so.
because that
but
implies
Yeah.
sweets.
So it's a
I like
plate. My plate.
They couldn't fit dairy in, so they made it like a cup.
They made it like
so-
a cup of water.
So it doesn't really make any sense.
I don't even think dairy was in the pyramid, was it?
I think it was.
They're saying that's what you should eat. So you eat a corner of vegetables, some fruits, grains, and protein.
But some of those corners, vegetables, the biggest one there.
Not that much bigger, about the same size as grains. Right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I
here's-
would say fruit and meat is what you should eat the most of.
Not vegetables. Fruit's sugar, dude.
Yeah, but it's a different sugar. It's
Yeah.
not a candy sugar.
Yeah.
Right. But let it get to that point, dude. I didn't get where I am because I got into too much pineapple last night. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
That's funny.
I might do that on
That's
stage. Yeah, that's good.
I don't know why you kept pointing at me, but
You like that joke?
I mean, it is funny, but you
Yeah.
can't by pointing at me like it
Yeah.
was my joke.
That's one of Nate's bits.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
It's one that's been popular on TikTok, apparently, where you devour all your information. So I would thought you might have seen it.
Oh, that's great.
Well, maybe I have seen it.
Yeah.
Maybe I have seen it.
That's great. But that got a lot. I mean, that's how good the joke is.
It's a
good
I
joke.
butchered the delivery. And
It
it
is
still
a
got a
good
laugh.
joke. Yeah.
Well, maybe this is perfect time. This is an easy segue. Talk about Factor.
Oh, let me tell you something. I always want to eat better. We all do. Well, now eating better is easier than ever with Factor. Every meal is fresh, never frozen, and dietitian approved. That's big for me. You will have over 35 different options to choose from. There are more than 60 add-ons available. Let me tell you something. When we started using Factor, they sent us a couple free meals. I've been using it ever since. For 3 years, I've been getting these Factor meals. You heat them up, and if you don't like the microwave, you can throw them in the oven. It is the best option for lunches. When I'm at home during the week, I never know what to eat for lunch. So this has been the perfect option for me. If you work from home and you're always looking in the kitchen for something, go get Factor. It's the perfect solution if you're looking for fast premium options with no cooking required. And it really is good food. Head to factormeals.com/Nate50 and use code Nate50 to get 50% off. That's code Nate50
That should be
at
Nate 45.
Factor. Brian, this is the call to action.
No,
Be
sorry.
quiet for a few seconds.
Sorry.
That's code Nate50. Nate50 at factormeals.com/Nate50 to get 50% off.
I think Factor would probably want you to do another little call to action. Say, you haven't only been eating Factor for the past 3 years.
Oh, that's for sure.
Okay.
I supplement it with other things, but I'm saying,
I'm saying
oh,
as
that's
a,
so.
yeah.
It's a heck of a weight loss plan. This Factor. I mean, take it from me.
I think Factor.
It's all I eat.
Yeah. I think Factor's like,
No.
the guy that walks on a treadmill 40 miles a day doing emails. He's like, I eat Factor all day, every day. They're like, the guy that we've watched lose, then gain it back.
I'm not all the way back. I'm not all the way back.
I think
That's funny.
you do need to be on Factor.
I
do need to be on Factor.
I need to be on it more.
I've gained all mine back.
No.
Yes, I mean
Have you?
it's there. I mean, I've been drinking water is one thing that's a little help, but I'm back up to almost. I haven't touched 190, but 189. No, our first bet.
Fatso over here.
No, our first bet. He stayed the same.
Yeah.
Since he looked like this since he was born. Like he hasn't done. I'm saying I've gone.
Right.
You fluctuated.
Yeah, I got to tape a special. It's going to be this. It's not going to be good.
Are you going to have a line about it at the top?
Well, here we are.
Here we are. Yeah.
You said that in one of them.
Here we are. Oh yeah. No, I don't think I don't have one this time.
Next thing you know,
I
it's already
have
started.
another line about. I have a line about eating better. I got to get on it. It's just, man,
It stinks.
it's hard.
Yeah.
It's very, very hard,
Uh-huh.
and you just need to build self-discipline.
Dude, that Tacoma Comedy Club had a green room with all the
Candy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I did a weekend there and then I got sick. I just think I ate too much candy.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They have like a Chex Mix, s'mores, Rice Krispie treat kind of bar.
Yeah.
I had like 4 of them, dude. I hadn't had sugar in 2 weeks.
Yeah, the guy doing a guest set wiped out my green room.
Yeah.
I'm like, golly.
Yeah. Hey, do you care if my buddy comes in here? Oh, yeah. There you go. I hope it's not that guy. Who is it? It's who you think it is. There you go.
You hear them coming in now.
Yeah.
Snacks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, everybody out.
He goes, I go, I love going with Brian, but I always go to Tacoma. It's the only place I'll go watch him. And then you just eating all the candy out of the thing. Back home now, back on Factor. I only eat Factor.
If I had a Factor with me, I wouldn't have eaten all that candy. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah.
You know?
You want to look at the 30 healthiest foods to eat every day?
Oh, yeah.
See how many of these we eat?
How many 30s? A lot.
Yeah.
The
Well,
30 healthiest foods to eat every day. Want to up your nutrition game?
and then
Yeah.
we'll look at the worst foods and we'll compare and see which
Oatmeal.
ones.
I can make oatmeal bad real quick.
What do you put in there? Brown
I mean,
sugar?
brown sugar. I can put enough brown sugar in it where
Yeah.
it's brown sugar and I'm just sprinkling oatmeal in it.
Yeah, you crumble the muffin on top of it too.
Mhm.
I'm the same way.
Steel cut. What is that all about? Steel cut.
I just think that's like just the real deal oatmeal. It's
Yeah.
not like, I don't know for sure. I mean, I'm sure it's the way it's cut, but I think it's like you get instant oatmeal. I think you're not really doing
Does that mean it's cut on steel, like they put it on steel, like marble slab. Like marble
with
slab
a knife,
creamery.
they cut the oats with a knife.
I don't know, oatmeal. I guess
I like oatmeal. I don't eat it every day. That's for sure.
avocado.
Big
I've been
fan.
eating avocados, man.
Just what do you do?
I skin it, put a little
Mhm.
salt on it, and just eat it like that.
Wow.
Just eat it
Yeah.
plain.
Like
That's
an
good.
apple?
No, not like that.
With a
Just
spoon out of the-
with a
yeah.
fork. Yeah.
I like that.
I feel like you miss a lot if you scoop it out with a spoon. So I just take the skin off it.
I'm sure the
Okay.
salt helps. See if that's what it says. Make sure you douse it with salt so you can get it down.
This says
Here.
drizzle. This is recommending you drizzle it with soy sauce. That's liquid salt.
Yeah.
That's all soy sauce is.
All right.
So I'm eating it healthier.
Some walnuts.
I
Put a
like
little
walnuts.
Chocolate milk in them, and then
Yeah.
suck on them and spit them out.
Like a hazelnut walnut.
Yeah.
There you go. Mushrooms, disgusting.
I don't like mushrooms.
Disgusting. You can just ruin a dish.
I like
Like that.
mushrooms, but I ain't eating them every day.
Yeah.
I like a mushroom. I like mushroom and green peppers on pizza. That's what I like.
It'll just ruin a pizza so quick.
Yeah, I don't-
For me.
yeah.
What do you- I mean, it's fungus.
I want that right now.
You want this bowl?
Is that what
No.
you ordered
Mushroom
tonight?
This
pizza?
looks
Mushroom
like
green pepper pizza.
You think
this-
you're eating that tonight?
Nah.
What will you eat tonight?
Factor.
I don't know. Well, hopefully my wife has cooked something and I'll eat something
Exactly.
when I get home.
What
you
is
know?
the point again
Yeah.
of her? If
Yeah.
she's not had your dinner ready.
I'm just saying, I hope she has.
Yeah.
Right. It'd be nice
Yeah.
if you came home.
It'd
to
be
a meal.
nice
Yeah.
if she did her job.
Well, those are your words. not mine.
No, this is what you say when you go.
Off camera.
You go. I do my job.
Right.
She should go harvest something from your
So-
garden.
So
Well, there's no garden yet. I mean, it's still a bit cold.
Mhm.
yeah. What will you eat tonight?
I don't know if I will eat tonight. This is what I tell myself. Around this
Yeah.
time every day, I think I'll just wait till tomorrow. But I'll end up eating something.
Yeah.
Probably some pretzels.
You won't eat a dinner?
Maybe a little bit of peanut butter. Dip the pretzels into the peanut butter. No,
Yeah.
I won't eat an actual dinner. I'll eat enough random things that it adds up to a dinner.
Yeah.
But in my head, I'll go, I didn't have dinner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe
Yeah.
some cheese. A little cheese.
So your body's
Love
like, we
cheese.
had dinner.
Oh, yeah. My body's not complaining about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I'm getting it.
Your head's
For
like,
sure.
we're fine. Dude.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
body's like, we're fine too.
I
you know?
basically fasted.
Yeah. What do you eat tonight?
Whatever the old lady puts on the plate.
Yeah.
It better be hot and ready when I get home.
It's Little Caesars. Greek yogurt on this list.
I like Greek yogurt, but I bet I eat the one that makes it not what it should be.
I see a
Where
trend
it's
here.
good.
Oh yeah,
With
you
its
can make
fruit,
all this stuff.
Blueberries. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you put honey or maple syrup, real maple syrup in there, then it's not so unhealthy. Those are more natural.
Eggs.
I love eggs. I had eggs today. I could eat eggs every day.
Now I followed this guy. I did it for about 5 days. This guy on Instagram I found. He's British. He's a big bodybuilder guy. His whole thing is like eat eggs. So his meal plan was like at 2 p.m. you eat 6 eggs. And then later that day you eat like protein and an avocado. And let me tell you, dude, like 6 eggs a day gets old
Yeah.
pretty quick.
Yeah, it's tough to do.
Yeah, it's tough to just eat 6 eggs.
Raw, like you boil them.
I was just scrambling them
Oh.
For a while, I was doing 2 eggs a day.
too.
But
Yeah.
6
But,
eggs.
yeah, you have to put salt on them.
yeah.
Put a little salt.
A little salt, a little pepper.
Put a little,
That's a
little salt, little pepper, a little butter,
Little butter, yeah.
cheese.
Yeah, dip it in ice
Bacon.
cream,
Yeah.
lick it, then feed it to the dog. The rest of it to the dog.
Nice.
Yeah,
I
Edamame.
don't even know what that is.
I don't think soy.
yeah.
is
That's the thing
healthy
you
for
order,
ever.
and it's like a pea, and
yeah.
Mhm.
and everybody eats it, and
I
they.
think it's a soybean, which is not good.
We
for
don't
you.
have those in Lebanon.
Soy's not
It's
good
a
soy sauce. Fermented soy is okay.
for you.
edamame is like usually it's a you order
Like
as
an
an
appetizer?
appetizer. Yeah,
Kiwi.
kiwi. Man, I didn't have kiwi until recently when I was in Alaska. I think I had
It's
kiwi.
the first time you had kiwi?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. Kiwi wasn't ever around.
Yeah, I feel like it shows up places now.
Well, you had money growing up. And if we grew up in such a rich family, yeah, they have kiwi.
Yeah.
I never had a
true.
raspberry till very late.
You had cantaloupe? Did you get
No,
into
we
cantaloupe?
couldn't have
Cantaloupe?
We couldn't afford any of this stuff. This was you were in the
They're
high.
30 cents at Winn
You were in
Dixie.
the big times, baby. And we were We had to get very localized fruit.
I ate 2 cantaloupes this weekend. I love cantaloupe.
I like to judge someone on what fruit they have
Mm-hmm.
had, and you go, "Wow, look at that
Yeah.
raspberries."
Do you grow
Dragon
cantaloupe?
fruit. You know,
No.
dragon
I have
fruit.
a hard
Yeah, and you're like, "Come on, dude."
Melons are tough to grow.
Mm-hmm.
They make it seem easy, but it's
Sweet
tough.
potato fries. These are not. There's no way you're supposed to eat those every day.
Well, it's a healthy alternative.
Well-
I don't think they're saying eat all 30 of these things.
What did
every
it
day.
say?
They're saying
30
sweet.
things you
They're not
should
saying
eat.
fries.
They're not saying
30th
fries.
healthiest foods to eat every
No,
day.
You're right. You are
But
right.
it just said sweet potatoes. The picture's deceiving.
Wait, what does it say?
Sweet potatoes.
Oh.
The darker the color, the richer these tubers. Tubers. Who calls them that?
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah,
Does that mean
This propaganda website.
real simple.
Like YouTubers?
antioxidant? Kale, I guess. You know, it's green.
It's a superfood.
I remember kale really coming around and being popular.
It
You
just
know?
started
Yeah.
showing up everywhere.
And it's just on every menu. And
Yeah.
then you're just
Kale used to be the thing that was on a buffet that you put stuff on. Like it was decoration on the buffet.
oh, and you would scoop the thing that was sitting in the kale.
Yeah, you wouldn't eat. Yeah, it was just decoration.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then they made it the star of the show.
Would
Yeah.
you always, when you go out, would you get the ice from the buffet for your drink
yeah,
underneath all
Yeah.
the food?
yeah.
That's how
We did it.
that's how y'all did it.
We
You just-
rinsed out our dip cups and
Yeah.
scooped it in there.
You got to the end
Yeah.
and you go, there's some pretty good ice by the shrimp cocktail. And then that's when you scoop it out and then go get
barley.
No one even knows what that is.
Nobody.
I've never known what
Nobody
barley
eats
is.
barley.
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin, not eating.
Maybe you would go to the ones bad for
Yeah.
Hannah actually
Oh.
does make barley sometimes. It's pretty good. It's like a thick rice.
That's
We
fun.
got a different list.
Oh,
This is
more.
the 76 unhealthiest foods. On the
See which one of
planet.
these I'm going to get tonight.
This one's saying you may want to limit your consumption of these unhealthy foods.
Yeah.
Eat
Let's
this,
see.
not that. Number one,
No.
bacon.
Just let me scroll past the part of the article everybody scrolls past. Who's reading the intro?
Yeah. Here's a story.
I always think that in articles, yeah, when you read them now, it's like there is every beginning of an art. It's like a long story. So it's like, it's Tuesday. It's cold outside. And I thought, you know what? Maybe I'll go try running.
Yeah.
And then they go into this whole big thing.
Mhm.
And that thing will be like, is running good for you?
Right.
But then it's like a story.
You're trying to get those keywords in. It's all SEO stuff. So
What?
you got to get all these keywords in
Yeah.
so that the article can come up.
Search engine
Engine
optimization.
optimization. It's all just you're putting words in. It's all plus these are all AI generated articles now. So it's all fake.
Oh,
You know?
really?
No, I guarantee you did.
Yeah.
Part of my old job used to be to write blogs for companies.
Yeah.
And dude, if I had AI back then, I would have been done with work by lunchtime Monday.
Oh, yeah.
Just AI write them all.
You could have that job now and just be
No,
like,
dude.
and be like, oh, yeah, just do it on the side.
Yes. I'd work for an hour, just
Yeah.
rails.
Yeah.
But I was writing it all by hand. It was awful. Bacon, number one on this list. That's tough. It's tough to see bacon out that
Mhm.
early.
That seems like an attack on America.
Yeah.
I haven't eaten bacon in 12 years.
Yeah, really?
No pork. I don't eat pork at all.
Did you enjoy it back in the day? I mean, it tastes
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is good. Sometimes I'll have like a turkey bacon, which is probably worse for you than this bacon. And then I'll have there's some beef bacon out there, which is pretty delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You just don't like bacon. Or it's just, one of your reasons.
Number two, fast food breakfast.
I had that this morning.
Just lumping it. What'd you get, McDonald's?
McDonald's.
You
at
go to McDonald's more than I do,
the
I
Portland
think.
airport. Maybe when I'm on the road, if I'm on the road driving somewhere, I'll hit a McDonald's.
Yeah.
You get the hot cakes too?
I don't get the hotcakes. I did the McGriddle this
Oh,
morning.
yeah.
And hash brown too?
It was right. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Hash brown is the only thing.
I'll get
worth
2 hash
eating.
browns. No, I get egg McMuffin, 2 hash browns.
And a Dr. Pepper?
I get a Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Hash
2
brown is the only thing worth eating at McDonald's. That hash
Oh,
brown is
man.
delicious.
those
Yeah.
McGrills are good.
It's
I
very
can
good.
put some ketchup on some hash browns and eat it. I love it.
It's right across from my gate. What am I going to do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Number 3 is fast food burgers. I mean, this is all my stuff.
Yeah.
They're convenient and delicious, but it's considered one of the unhealthiest types of food and has been linked to health issues like diabetes.
I'm convinced
obesity.
I think my sodium. I've always thought for me it's sodium. Sodium's my
That's what you want.
I think I
crave
know,
it?
I think I feel it the
Mhm.
most.
Oh,
Your sodium was high.
My
Yeah.
sodium, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I think I can feel sodium, I think is what makes you feel bloated. And then when you
All
get
that salt.
Yeah, all this stuff. Yeah, it's like if you get like real salt, like sea salt or like pink salt or Himalayan salt, all that kind of stuff it can have like real nutritional value. But this stuff is just loaded with not good stuff.
Oh, well, they have some, some low sodium fast food orders suggestions on here if you want to check those out. Fast food French fries. Yeah, that's going to be. These are all the things I thought. Milkshakes. A milkshake will, I might be lactose intolerant, dude, because if I drink a milkshake, like my day's shot.
It'll light you up.
Yeah, it
Better go
will.
get a colonoscopy right after. You go, I drink my own juice.
Yeah.
What if you do the milkshake and the colonoscopy? I think that could happen. That I've had with pizza sometimes. Like it's like where you can catch wrong. I still do it.
Yeah.
Had milkshake this weekekend. Still do it.
A shake from White Castle.
Had donuts this morning.
I know there's donuts downstairs.
There's donuts downstairs. I got donuts for my birthday before we left, and man, they were good.
And then donuts is next on the list.
Man, I wanted donuts today too. It was a surprise. I didn't know I was getting donuts, and I woke up and ended up getting donuts, and and that was. Whew, that started the day off right.
This list says when a craving strikes, try splitting one with a friend.
Yeah.
Well, they're very big now.
Have?
Yeah, they're.
You want to split a donut with me?
Yeah.
You go, what?
Yeah.
Aaron and I ate the most unhealthy, fattening meal right before we went and tried on clothes, and we both felt so bloated.
But I think that's the move, though.
So then when you feel zipped
I
up.
don't want clothes to be fitted when I'm like at my best. I want it to work always.
What'd you eat before?
I had a big burger.
I had a big burger, but what was the appetizer you got?
You'd have to out me like that.
Oh.
We got corn dogs.
Well, we both ate them. Aaron got them for the table. But
You got an appetizer of
Brian's
corn
going
dogs?
around all day going, we got corn dogs, and telling everybody. Like, I thought we could just share that in private. But
they were really good.
yeah, they were.
Yeah, coffee creamer is really bad. That's the next one.
I don't use coffee creamer.
I drink it black.
Me too. It's the only way.
Mm-hmm. Bleached white flour, good bread.
Sour. That's why you got to go
here.
a real sourdough. Real sourdough. That's where it's at. Yeah.
You make your own sourdough?
No, I wish though.
Yeah. Sugar added fruit juice. That'll kill you, dude.
Yeah.
Oof, that was on Delta. The crane apple.
It's good, right? You like it?
Oh man,
Yeah, it's because
I could drink
just sugar. Yeah.
I mean, crane apple was like, it's the best thing I've ever had in my life. I would drink 4 or 5 of them. I mean, just like I go, let's go ahead and bring one more. And I mean, it's the only one, like, diet sodas. This
I was going to say, this list
you.
is losing. I'm losing confidence in this.
That's part of me.
Why?
It's so bad.
Because it's starting to affect my everyday life.
Oh.
So I'm going to choose to not believe
Oh,
it.
I see. Okay.
Starting to affect it?
It's like
It took you number 10.
I think that should be higher.
I think number 10 is when you finally, you go, I was cool till 10.
No, I mean,
Diet
sodas are my saving grace sometimes.
they say that when you add sugar to fruit, it makes the fruit like poison.
Who says that?
Who,
Eat this, not that. People.
who's eating sugar on fruit?
Well, like if you're having, like cran apple juice. It's fruit in there, and then you add sugar.
Well, I bet there's not much fruit in the crane
And then
apple
diet
juice.
soda.
They get shipped in a box.
This is my kind of episode. I mean, I'm all about these things.
Yeah.
I didn't know we were going to talk about this, but I'm all about this.
What's
did this for you
aspartame?
guys.
That's what everybody
What's
talks
that?
about.
I did this for you.
Thank you. Aspartame is, it's like.
It says it's been found to have the opposite effect. It was initially developed to aid weight loss, but it's now has the opposite effect. It raises glucose levels, overloads the liver, and causes the excess to convert into fat.
And what I've been told, and I could be wrong about this, but it's like your body, when you take in something sweet, like your body produces glucose to like bond with it so that it can come out of your body.
Mm-hmm.
But so when you eat aspartame, it's not really sugar. It's just sweet, but your body still, insulin, not glucose, produces insulin. So your body still produces it, and then there's nothing for it to bond to. So you just have this loose insulin in your body.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what really does bad things to you. I'm sure that's wrong.
It's a real bummer.
Yeah.
Now I looked up.
You just find out about this?
No, I mean, it's just, you hear this stuff and I'll just tune it out and I'll just live life. And then people tell it to you.
Sausage, more pork, all bad.
I tuned everything out he just
Sausage.
said. I have no idea what he said. You could have tuned it out.
Yeah, you gotta stop. This is for the listeners.
I couldn't even tell you. I mean,
I looked and nodded.
yeah.
I figured that's what you guys do every time I start talking.
No, yeah, that one
I get it. Too.
Yeah.
So I looked up how much water you should drink a day. This said take your weight, split it in half, and then whatever that is in pounds, turn it to ounces, and that's how many ounces you should drink a day.
Yeah.
That seems excessive.
I'm about a gallon of water a day. That's what you're supposed to drink. Sugary
that means
cereal.
a 200-pound man.
That's my downfall.
100 pound. That'd be 100 ounces a day.
Yeah.
Well, how much is a gallon? Isn't that 16 ounces?
No, about 98 or something.
180.
Yeah.
I weigh 180. So what?
So that'd be 90 ounces of water you should drink a day.
So how many is a gallon?
Golly, dude, Google. It's just these other Google, the Brave search engine stinks.
Yeah, it's like you really just only supposed to drink water. That's what.
What are we doing here? 128 ounces to a gallon.
Oh, I was way off. I said 16. I was gonna say I gotta drink 5 gallons a day.
I was thinking it was like 75% of a gallon.
About 4 liters, because I'll have a liter bottle of water, and is a gallon. I try to drink a gallon a day. You drink a gallon a day?
I try to.
Yeah.
And they say you should put, and I don't do this either, but they say you should put a little touch of like salt, like just to help your body absorb it.
Dasani.
Well, Dasani has a bunch of weird stuff, and I don't trust their salt. But
okay.
You bring your own.
You've gone back and forth on Dasani a few times.
Well, it's like when I discovered the salt thing, I was like, well, maybe Dasani is on to something. But then I was like, yeah, but I don't really trust their salt. Like table salt versus like sea salt.
This is good.
Is different.
Mm-hmm.
So
table salt versus what?
Versus like, Himalayan salt or like
rock salt,
mineral salt. They're different.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I liked it.
It's a lot. I mean, I'm not, it's not funny. This food game's not fun and games out here.
Yeah, it's tough.
I know you're serious about it.
It's tough.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard. I mean, we're just all trying to live out here. But
right.
I think you and I,
American system,
Nate, and I guess you too, we probably all grew up with parents that did not eat healthy. We ate a lot of fast food, and you learn your eating habits generally from your parents.
My dad would eat
it's hard to break
House every meal if he could.
Yeah.
He would have what?
Waffle House every meal if he could.
Yeah, but I don't ever think it's not your parents' fault. It's it's just no one has. The food was just not talked about like it is now.
They had the food pyramid,
and you had the food pyramid. You had everybody's got kids. I mean, everybody's just making dinner to eat dinner. It's busy, no money. Like there's no reason to. Why would you just can't?
Well, yeah, I totally agree. I'm not saying to blame, but I have friends who eat really healthy, and I'm like, God, where do you get the discipline? And they grew up that way.
Hannah grew up that way.
Well, it's because you need discipline. Oh, she grew up.
Her parents really cared about what she grew up in Canada.
Yeah,
and they really cared about what she ate,
and they force you to up there.
Yeah,
yeah.
Well, now they do.
But I mean, some people, they're just, they just are born. The family's just into healthy kind of food,
into caring about their kids.
Yeah. How lame is that?
Yeah. Well, it is lame in a sense. Like Hannah would say, like on Friday night, their parents would give them like a little bowl of chips, and then they would get some soda. Like between the 3 of them, they would split a Coke.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when I was a kid, I was drinking 4 or 5 Cokes a day.
Little Diet Dr.
They were
Thunder.
just in the fridge, and I just could help myself. It was Dr. Thunder, some off-brand, but it was
Sam's Choice.
We bought it by the case,
right.
And sometimes, most of the time, I was drinking at room temp. I mean, I didn't even care.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just the knowledge of what this food does. No one really knows, and now they're looking at it, and now we're like, oh, we're really, really got a problem, and these things are,
Even Southern cooking that my mom...
I mean, still now, I'm not great with Harper.
Yeah.
She needs to eat better, but I still eat. I don't eat. Laura's the better one, but it's just hard. Like it is. It's hard, but you got to be self-disciplined. So you just have to do it. You have to figure it out on your own. No one's gonna figure it out. And I mean, that's why I go back. I lost all this weight for this last special, and I'm back to basically what we started with that one.
Or if you can't figure it out on your own, hire a trainer to travel with you.
I can out-talk anybody. But it's like we can try to do the road is where I do all the stuff. It's when I come home, it's just the wheels come off.
Yeah.
And my brain, my brain can't think of, like, I really would need to learn to cook. That's what probably the best thing someone could do is you learn. I don't know how to cook, so I can't cook anything.
Well, I was gonna say is Southern cooking, like I grew up with, like my mom did, still does. I didn't realize then or till now, just how unhealthy that is in a lot of ways. The way we cook in the South, there's just a lot of bad.
But I bet it's still better than I think if you're cooking
at McDonald's.
I think if you're cooking home meal, like that's why I don't think people back where there were no fast food, there was no this minute grab something to eat.
Yeah.
Like you had to go.
No margarine.
Yeah, you just can't.
Really bad. All our oils.
Yeah, and you just can't. You can't eat. You know, you had to like really go wait to eat something.
I read even
you had to go
olive
make a
oil.
sandwich.
I read that there's not enough trees to produce as many enough olives to make all the olive oil that's for sale. Like it's like impossible. So much olive oil that's being sold is fake. It's not even real olive oil. Like because there's not enough trees to make enough olives.
And there's 3 trillion trees. We learned.
Yeah.
But not all olive trees.
Well, most of them.
Yeah, a good part of them are.
Yeah, at least 80%.
There's 3 trillion trees.
Yeah.
Rough estimate.
Yeah.
Take a sample size.
We learned that on the Planting Trees episode a month ago.
Yeah.
I
I got 6 in my backyard.
So
Multiply that by
there's 8 billion people. Everybody's got a backyard. So just
3 trillion trees.
adds up, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a good place to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This has been great.
It's been good. All right. Yeah. Well, where do you?
I'm off this weekend. I could be working, but I'm off. Then this weekend's Easter, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It's Holy Week.
Happy Easter.
Yep. April 6th, I am in Miamisburg, Ohio at the Plaza Theater. So I hope for a lot of folks to come out there. April 20th, I'm in Moberly, Missouri at 4th Street Theater. I do theaters now. I've graduated from clubs. I'm a theater comic.
Nice.
April 20th, going to Connecticut for the first time. Never been to Connecticut. I'm at Fairfield, Connecticut at Fairfield Circle.
When you stay at the Fairfield Inn.
Maybe so.
That would be sweet.
Maybe so. So I'm excited to go there. Maybe your buddy Dusty T Mike 1000 will come out.
Oh yeah. Well, he will. If you, yeah. I mean, you want me to tell him?
Yeah.
I'll tell him to come. He'll come, and he came to my show. Did I talk about that? He came to my show in Hartford and showed up.
You talked about it on your podcast.
Okay, came in. He came with his mom. Show was sold out. He didn't have any tickets, so I got him some tickets. And then he came into the green room, and we're hanging out. The server comes back there, and he goes, "Can I get you anything?" He goes, "I have a Bud Light." And so he just he made himself at home like Aaron in your green room.
Yeah.
And but I thought it was fun. I liked it. He had just caught himself on fire, actually, too. He's
wow.
a welder, and he had 3rd-degree burns on his shoulder. at
Third
the show.
degree.
Oh man.
He just made it. He had to get a graft from his leg up to his shoulder, and he made the show.
How does leg look?
I didn't look at it,
Yeah.
but
You wearing pants?
probably he was wearing pants, and which you don't know that's going to always be the case. But
I mean, he goes by T Mike 1000, so
yeah,
he's going to be a fun guy.
I don't think he goes by that anymore. He was Thomas Michael is his name, but he was going by T Mike 1000 for
He's a
short
comedian?
period. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Short period of time.
Mm-hmm.
He's a welder now.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Not for now.
This weekend, this is Aaron Weber talking, by the way. This weekend, I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada at Wise Guys Comedy Club, the one in the Arts District. They got 2 rooms there now, but I'm at the smaller one, I believe. Wise Guys in Las Vegas, Nevada. Please come out. It's going to be hot.
March Madness going on again.
March Madness. I'm going to go check out
It's
the
very
Sphere.
fun.
I want to go check out the Sphere.
I went.
How was
We
it?
went to the Sphere.
Did you go do like the demonstration or did you go to a show there?
We went to the whatever show they do. That's the 45. The one that they do every day.
Yeah, that's the one.
And
check out.
yeah, it's crazy. It's like going in there. It's a whole. It's just about like climate change, I think.
Oh,
So,
is it really?
but it's like showing you,
it's just to check out the screen.
Yeah.
So just
Yeah,
a lot of
seeing it.
electricity used to tell us to stop using as much electricity. And
It is very funny because
Yeah.
it is a thing that's like, it's just telling you Earth and, the general idea we're ruining it and all this. But it's like they're, they showed like video of like these other countries grabbing water. You basically pay, you pay that money to go watch a video of poor people picking stuff out of fields.
You can do that on
And they do
YouTube
it on a
anytime.
big screen, but it's on a big screen.
Is it worth checking out? You think? I mean, is that cool? No.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound
No,
like it.
it was. Look, I would. I think what I've heard is if you go to like the concert or something like that, I think it's like kind of crazy, and that's probably it's a lot more different stuff. This was crazy. I mean, to go do it just to see it, just to have you're like, okay, I know what it is.
That's all I want to do.
I'd say the outside is. I'm probably the most impressed with the outside.
I might just go to the outside and go, I don't even need to see the inside.
And find out what a ticket cost, and then take that
They're
money.
$99.
Take that money, go to the blackjack table, and tell somebody, you take this.
Well, just go bet it on. Go take your $100, put it on black or red, and if you win it, you go to the Sphere. If you lose it, you don't go to the Sphere.
Oh,
If you win, go buy a
see the
steak
Sphere-
and eat it outside of the Sphere.
You see the Sphere when you fly in.
Oh, you
And
do?
yeah, the outside is unreal. The outside is really, really unreal. I think there's going to be a lot of stuff there. The show, like, there's
$99?
if the show starts at 2, it won't start till 3. They have like AI computers in the lobby or something. We didn't go early. We got there. Show started at 3. We got there like 2:45. When you go in there, it's not like it's sold out. It's but you're just all kind of sitting in the 200 section. I think is where you want to sit. And I mean, dude, when they have Earth coming at you on the screen, I mean, there's moments like you feel like you're on a ride, like you feel like you're going down. It's very. I think you would like it. You like this stuff. But it's like
You'd
you
be
look
into
at
the propaganda of it.
Yeah, if you look at the IMAX, it's like if you've been to an IMAX screen, you're going to kind of get the idea. Like I honestly kind of believe you're like it's just the IMAX on steroids. So you're just kind of like, okay, yeah, it's more, but
okay.
It's that's what my honest review of the Sphere.
Neil
Now,
deGrasse Tyson comes out and is real condescending to you the whole time. Greta comes out, how dare you? And it's
that's what. Yeah, I mean, they show some animal, like an elephant walking. That's pretty cool. Like they show some of that, but I mean, at the end of it's like we're just like we shouldn't be on this planet. I think that's the goal of it.
Okay.
They're like,
I'm already halfway there.
It's perfect for Vegas because they're like, you know what? By the time you leave, you feel so worthless. You're like, I'll just use all this money on gambling.
Yeah.
I think it's all part of it.
What does it mean anyway?
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
It is. They showed the mining, I think, where it's like they mine for telephones or lithium or
yeah.
It is fun. I mean, all you're in is an electric ball. Like it's just the most.
Just in an MRI machine.
Yeah, it's all the stuff they're showing you. Like to make this thing is the number one problem. It can't be good.
You're right.
That's what I always say. If I'll believe that the government is serious about climate change when they shut down the Vegas Strip or Times Square, when they say we're using too much electricity here. When they do that, I'll go, you know what? Maybe they're serious about this.
I don't think it'll happen.
Never happen. They'll tell you to stop running your air conditioner so Times Square can promote a movie and no one's watching.
Yep.
Be a cool movie though. Saw it tonight. Yeah.
I'd actually watch that.
Yeah.
That'd be like if you saw a movie there. It'd be
cool.
It's cool though. It's crazy. I mean, it's it's a big thing. If you want to go see it, knock it off. If you're there, you might as well, go
I think
knock
it's the
it
most
off.
impressive thing humans have made in a long time.
I agree, but I think it's the outside for me. The outside is insane.
Okay.
Because you're seeing this stuff during the day. There's an eyeball on it. It's unbelievable. Watching. The outside when you land and they have a basketball, it's just so detailed. To me, the outside is wild.
Okay.
I heard Garcia went to both. Greg Garcia, U2 and that, and he was like, if he went again, he's like U2. He said they're completely two different experiences.
Yeah.
But the U2 one's a little more like if you had to pick one, it's like that's going to be more fun, and like. But this one's more of like you're just kind of going to be like, let me just see.
Yeah, I'm going to go.
What is this?
Yeah. Anyway,
All right.
They're going to do a UFC fight there.
oh dang,
So that would be fun.
that's cool.
So they start doing some.
And that's how you fight climate change.
Yeah.
Would you do the
get-
Sphere in Vegas?
Put climate change in the ring.
I say all this to be. If I ever do the Sphere, I'll be like, whatever I said about the Sphere, guys, I need you to come out to the Sphere.
To the inside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to the inside.
The inside this time will be better than the outside.
Right.
Well, you would,
When
but
you're
I'm saying
there.
the inside. If they had like a big movie, if they had like, if you were watching like if they made a movie. The thing is that I don't think they have anything filmed for that.
No.
So
it's all new.
if you filmed something that was like an act or something that was for you're using cameras for that, where the stuff's just flying overhead, it would be awesome.
What a waste of that technology to just do a stand-up show there. Just a brick wall on the screen.
Yeah, what I said, I did say something to my agent. We were just talking, and I was like, you could maybe animate your act. So as you're talking, you have your act kind of being animated, and you could have stuff be popping. So you're trying to take people. I mean, when you're up there, you're kind of like going like, all right, it's a story. But if I did that, I don't even know if I would need to be the one performing.
No.
It's like, it would be better to like have, if the CD or the whatever, the audio of it, and then just be like, you can go in there and like it's just this, and you're watching like all these things happen.
Like
I
a
guess.
laser show.
Yeah. I don't know if you have all that technology. I don't know if it's going to be. I think it's going to. The inside, I bet, just gets better and better and better, because they're going to end up making stuff where you're going to go in there and just be like, stuff's everywhere. Yeah,
that's cool.
All right.
Well, this weekend, I'm going to be in Ponte Vedra, Florida, outside of Jacksonville, and doing a theater. But that show is sold out. So I just wanted to tell you about it. It's sold out, though. And then I'll be in Atlanta. That show is not sold out, but it is close. I'll be at a theater there, too. I'm trying to tell you what the name of it is, but I don't think I have it here.
The Symphony? Aren't you doing something?
I don't think I have
something.
The Mayo Clinic? No,
not the Mayo Clinic. You might be spending some time there. But
that's an ad.
The Woodruff Art Center. The Woodruff Art Center. So it's not sold out yet. Now I am really launching into a straight up theater run. So
Crazy.
I got
Come on out.
I'm doing this weekend, and then I got the weekend off. But after that, it's like theater, and it's like we're adding shows now. So
that Carnegie of Homestead's a great place.
Yeah, I'm pumped about it.
Yeah, that's like an old school theater.
Oh yeah,
it's a really cool theater.
Yeah, I'm pumped. I mean, we've been adding shows in some places, and there's more to be announced. There will be some mixed in there where they're not theaters, but I'm on the theater run now, so it's very exciting.
That's really cool.
I'm pumped.
That's awesome.
How much time will you do?
Well, you know what?
You never know.
This weekend in my first show in Lincoln, Nebraska, I did an hour 25 minutes.
Wow.
Ooh.
I was going to do an hour 10, and then someone requested a joke, so I started to do the joke.
Was it you?
And then he started yelling out. He started yelling out other things, and I'm like, "Well, I'm doing the joke you asked me." So I made fun of him for a while, and it was really fun, and took on a life of its own. So I did an hour 25. Next show I did an hour 15. So I want to do an hour 15, hour 20 every show. That's what I want to do. I was told that Stephen Wright just does the whole 90 minutes himself. That is where I'd like to go eventually, I think. I don't.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fun, just to be like the kind of show where I'm just like, you're sitting in a theater, and then they go, the show begins, and then I come out and I just do the show. That's what I'd like to do.
One-man show.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that. If you have no opening acts, I guess you just have.
Yeah, you just do the show. But in a way, I don't know. I would like somebody to do 5 or 10, get it going.
Well, the idea is you bring people so people can find out about the other people.
Yeah.
Whatever. But I could see you doing
you
something
have a-
where you wouldn't want anybody on the show.
Yeah.
I don't think you're here to move things forward.
No. And so you have this huge thing going. You got the arena show. So it's like, it is fun to bring a bunch of people out. But I think with the theater, it's fun to be like.
Yeah. I brought them out in theaters too.
Yeah, okay.
But I understand the idea.
I'm bringing them clubs.
Yeah. I understand the idea. I do get it. Like you just come out and you go, I'm here to see this person.
Yeah.
And so Colin Quinn does I think just that with the one person.
So and so I'm just giving
if it
them.
fits it fits in what you're acting. Yeah.
I mean, I would eventually because it's like I felt like I was doing a more artsy type thing. And then I got into clubs. I started working the road, and then I became a club comic where I had to really adapt to working the road. And now that I'm getting into theaters, I would like to get back to a bit of more of an artsy thing.
A lot of successful people do that is go away from what made you successful.
Yeah.
So when it wasn't working and then you switch it up and it starts catching on fire, and then you go, what if I go back to the part in my life where it didn't work?
But it was working.
Okay.
But
artistically.
I just had to, I started doing a different kind of room.
Right.
Yeah.
So I had to make it work.
I'm joking with you. You will naturally just change.
Yeah.
Because it does. My acts completely change. You stay the person that you are, but you just will change. Because you're in a bigger place. It's a different pacing.
Yes.
Everything is just kind of different. You're the entire show. You can't be just like up there like, bah, 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 bah. It's like you just do it in a completely different way. And that is the beautiful thing about stand-up. And that's what I love the most about it is every next step is I've got to do this and be different.
Yeah.
And so then you're like, well, how do I do what I do, but it's in a different setting.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't feel uncomfortable doing my arena. I mean, I would do the jokes in a club, and they go. I mean, that was wild with Vegas because Vegas is 1,400 seats.
Mm-hmm.
So I did 6 shows, 1,400 seats, and then go to 2 shows each of 15,000 people.
Yeah.
In the round. I mean, it was just like. It's like wild to be like,
Yeah, because it's like it's wild for me right now to go and I'm doing 1 week I'm doing a club show where like people are right up on me and it's a packed club and they're right there. And then the next week I'm in a theater where people are a little further back. It's a little more spread out. You know what I mean?
We know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Hang in there, buddy.
Yeah. But that's the beautiful thing. It will change.
Yeah.
You stay you and then but how you deliver stuff just because it's bigger and it's just
I'm an artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I am at heart.
Yeah. I'm a true artist.
Yeah.
Artist of food.
Yeah.
You like to grow your own food and
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, people don't like to give stand-up comedy the art credit that it deserves.
I love the art of stand-up. You're telling a story. It's just you talking and you're doing stuff. I hope comics young and coming up now, I'll take them on the road. You obviously won't. But they can maybe open the doors for you. You go.
Yeah.
You take 2 comics on the road and you go. They go. Do we get to go up? You go. No. You get to watch me.
You're the
90
openers. You open things. For
You
open my merch suitcase.
a new phrase of opening. You go. Like this door I'm trying to get in right now. I shouldn't be opening it. No, I do agree. I think it's fun to be, it's about being funny, have a lot of laughs. The idea of the laughs per minute, you want a bunch of laughs per minute, make sure you have those, but it's fun to gradually, you get into bigger places and then it just changes.
Yeah.
That's great. All right. I'll be in, I don't know, I think Reno next. I'm off this week. There's good planning. I'm about to be jammed out, though, for the rest till the end of the tour.
Good planning that we're both off so we don't compete with each other. Is that what you meant?
Yeah, for what?
You kind of pointed at me and said,
for what?
Good planning.
For what? No. Yeah. I didn't know what you mean. Like, we were in the same town?
I don't know. You pointed at me. You're like,
I don't think I didn't mean to point at you.
Oh, okay.
I was just.
We're both off.
I go.
That's good.
Oh, you're off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that's what you were implying. Like,
no. I figure you're always off. And
well, I am most of the time.
wide open. Come to Brian Bates' wide open tour.
That'd be funny.
Yeah. And then you go, where's the tour? You tell me. Who's willing to, you gotta go. And it's a tour that is on demand.
I like the idea of a poster that says the wide open tour and it's just dates.
Yeah.
It's just the 2024 calendar.
Yeah.
You tell us when you want me to come.
Yeah.
I'm available. Yeah. No, we go, I think Reno, Sacramento. There's a few, I'm probably forgetting a couple of that. And then next week is the San Jose and then the special taping. Excited to tape the special. I'm very excited. I want to get this special taped and then start figuring out new stuff. So, that's all coming up. But, all right, that's it. We love you. Have a wonderful week. A little 224, over 2 hours.
Yeah.
How about it?
A little Dusty Slay show right here.
Yeah. That's right. That is true.
Yeah.
Little crowd work.
Mix it in. All right. See you next week. Bye. Nateland is produced by Nateland Productions and by me, Nate Bargatze, and my wife Laura on the Audio Boom platform. Recording and editing for the show is done by Genovations Media. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to catch us next week on the Nateland Podcast.